Okay, Paisani. If I did this correctly, I usually do. Sometimes I mess up, but we're all humans. I think we are live. We got our boy Peter.
Yes, sir.
Over here. We got Mr. Aruba, Antonio, back. He has a beautiful tan. He's looking stress-free. He's looking more beautiful than ever. Anto, welcome back.
I'm not stress-free. I got to tell you something. I just walked into the studio, and our makeup artist is late. I couldn't shave. I didn't get the makeup. I mean, I'm all messed up, but nevertheless, I'm happy to be back.
But guess what? You're eating scungil off the rocks over there. So
he's wiping off the cement first.
I saw the video.
He's washing the cement first.
You washing the cement? What's cement?
That video?
Absolutely. People loved it. God. We got a lot of people from the south saying, I got to try a nice sea urchin.
They want to pay you. They want to pay you to learn how to fish and be able to break open a crab and eat it. It's free. Oh, wow.
Actually, how'd you catch it? Was it difficult catching it? Or
listen, first of all...
You have a glove on?
What glove?
Oh, well, I guess
first of all,
for sea urchins.
I caught 2 small lobsters. But I wanted to bring it down for my wife to take a picture. But my wife, she was nowhere to be found. And maybe she had a boyfriend on the beach somewhere. So anyway, I couldn't find my wife. I had to release the 2 small lobsters. Not big.
How big is it?
Like this.
An actual lobster or like a crayfish?
No,
or something?
They don't bite at your hand?
Those are aragoste. They're not the one with the claw. They have the
it's like a crayfish. It's like a crayfish or something.
Guys, if you know better
than those two guys.
It's a lobster.
It's a lobster.
No. A lobster is got claw.
And what is it called in
But
Italian?
you just said it in Italian.
Si chiama astice.
Veramente.
It's probably a crayfish.
Never heard that.
Questa è aragosta. Si chiama l'aragosta. C'ha le antenne and doesn't have the big claw.
The big claw. Just a small
anyway,
pinchers,
I caught
right?
the 2 of them. I was trying to bring them back, but my wife, she was nowhere to be found. On the process of getting one of those guys from under the rock, I stopped myself on one of those nasty black sea urchin. And yesterday night, my daughter, she picked me up from the airport. She did surgery on me, so she pulled the sea urchin off my, what do you call this?
Your finger.
On your finger.
My finger, second finger. What do you call it?
Index.
Pointer
Index.
Index. You're right, index.
Of course.
So I got my daughter to do surgery on me. So nevertheless, I'm happy to be back.
Awesome.
Believe me, because soccer over everything. This is what it's our philosophy. Calcio over everything. I mean, I'm trying to be polite.
And Anto, a lot of the Milan fans were sad to see you not here for the Coppa Italia derby.
You know what? I gotta be honest with you.
Derby.
Thank God I was away because I was not happy the way the last week went with AC Milan. I didn't get to watch it, and thank God I got only to see the results. But
wow,
it is what it is.
But regardless, we do have a beautiful match today. We got Inter versus Roma, which I think is gonna be an incredible match. Roma are on a great streak. Second most unbeaten streak in Europe, 13 games unbeaten. So their form is absolutely great. And of course, Mourinho returning back to the Meazza. So I'm sure a lot of the Inter fans are going to get a little emotional. The fans are surely going to greet him. But the game is going to be starting in about 5 minutes. I want to go over the lineup so we know what we're talking about before we give maybe a little prediction of what we think. I'll put the lineups on the screen right now. We'll start off with Inter right now. Inter, of course, are playing their classic 3-5-2 formation. Handanovic and Di Marco, De Vrij, and Skriniar, the center backs. Perisic, Dumfries, Barella, Brozovic, Hakan, and of course, Dzeko and Lautaro Martinez finishing up as the strikers. Let me go to Roma's lineup right now. Roma also playing a 3-man backline. Rui Patricio and Mancini, Smalling, Ibanez. The 4 in the middle is Zalewski, who's been playing very good recently, the Primavera player. Oliveira, Pellegrini, the captain, Karsdorp, and El Shaarawy, who scored the equalizer against Napoli last game in extra time. Mkhitaryan behind Tammy Abraham. So, guys, definitely a lot of firepower. Peter, anything that pops up to you from both lineups?
Oh, both lineups. Obviously, Di Marco putting into that defensive 3.
What do you think about that? Do you think that's safe or?
Yeah, I think he's put up a solid job. Obviously, Bastoni is your outright starter, but Di Marco going forward maybe gives a little bit more ability going forward.
Okay,
and then listen, let's not forget the past couple of games, Lautaro, Dzeko haven't been playing, and Inter been able to score. So I'm interested in seeing what happens between these two guys, and they have to connect. Obviously, we were not to try to be harsh, but Lautaro Lukaku connection, they were on point. The Dzeko Lautaro still is a struggle, but we shall see this game. And then from Roma's perspective, obviously Zaniolo is out, so they have to find different ways. Mkhitaryan came in last game and proved the point, so I think he's always a valid player in that attacking midfield role. And then Zalewski is a young kid, young blood that's going to come in and face this game. Obviously, Roma's defense, I think, is been a question mark this whole season, so I need to see Inter exploit them on the wings. And obviously, Mourinho's return to Meazza is, he is the special one, and it was very special for that Inter team to be able to win the treble. He did come back, obviously, for the Coppa Italia, so it is his second return, I guess, versus the Inter, but this is the first time in Campionato.
For sure. And Anto, before I get your thoughts, I just want to say, Hunk, thanks for the comment. He said, Anto and Pete, the bald beauties are back.
That's right. You know why? Because we, man.
We manscape, guys.
Oh,
Listen,
that's right. Absolutely.
I got to tell you something. I don't know if you get to see me lately, some of those things that those animals, they posted, unfortunately. But it took me 8 or 9 minutes to manscape myself all the front.
Wow.
But unfortunately, I couldn't reach with my back. I had to beg my wife to manscape my back, but she did a spectacular job.
You look great, Anto.
I look great. Well, I thank you, Mike. That's
clean,
a compliment. I look clean.
You look clean.
Mr. Clean.
Smooth, slippery.
Smooth, okay. Slippery, yeah.
You're
like a bar of soap.
You look like a smooth criminal.
I got to tell you something. I missed being over here in Brooklyn because the food was not really what I expected being in a touristic place. It's maybe because I'm a little too spoiled.
Probably. You are.
My breakfast,
you're spoiled brat.
No, my breakfast is a spectacular coffee and a croissant from Villabate. And when you go over there, you don't even get the cream, the foam. On
Your
the top of the
breakfast
espresso.
was a C, though.
Even Mike, that is a Greek kid, he makes a better espresso of the espresso that I had over there. And welcome to Sebastian.
And Sebastian is coming. What's up, Seba? You good? Ready for the big game?
So, guys, we had a tiny little prediction this morning. I had the pleasure to see Paulie after a few months. That hasn't been around. So Paulie played a spectacular game this morning, being the fact that he's
who won?
No, it doesn't matter who won.
So you lost. So that's what it is, right? We already came up with that.
Paulie's got skills. I got to tell you something. Paulie's very skillful.
Not just with his hands, right?
Yeah, he's a natural. So even with the soccer ball, he's with soccer ball. That's what what happened when. The guy's been watching AC Milan. He's been a big fan of AC Milan. And I asked him, I said, Paulie, what is your prediction for the game? How do you see the game? He said, Ando, I don't care what happened to the game. I just don't want Inter to win the Campionato. I said, on that, we agree 100%. But I said, how does he see the game? He said he will not be highly disappointed if he walks away with a tie.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
If Roma walks away with a tie.
That'll be an interesting one. But for the people that are asking, the game's going to start underway. For the people that don't have already, Paramount Plus is your home of calcio, not just calcio, European football. You can catch it everywhere.
Listen.
And of course, we got a code down below. Click the link and you get 7-day free trial.
Guys, look at me straight on my face, please. Don't disappoint yourself. Because you're not disappointing me. You're disappointing yourself for not having Paramount Plus. But I said, Anto, are you getting paid by them? Not really. I do it because I have it.
Not really.
I have it. I don't have any connection with Paramount Plus other than having Mark over there sitting over there and spewing eight sentences against AC Milan.
Spewing hate.
But other than that, Paramount Plus is the best thing that has happened to United States.
Since sliced bread.
I was disappointed that I couldn't get it on Aruba, Mike. I thought that I had it. I tried to get Paramount Plus in Aruba.
You better call the government of Aruba.
But we have to get it, guys.
Paramount Plus
you guys are
Aruba.
CBS Sports and Paramount Plus. We need
it.
this app in Europe, in Aruba, in everywhere.
Take it
We
over the
need
world.
it to be
VPN.
worldwide.
Take it over the
We
world.
need that because
Paramount
I was
Plus
scrambling
International.
to find a game over there, and I didn't know until I really was in Aruba how disappointed it is to be in a place without being able to watch soccer. My wife, she said to me, "You're never gonna grow up." I said, "You're always with this stupid soccer." I said, "Thank you. That is a compliment." I took it as a compliment.
That's good.
You're probably the only one person who's supposed to go on vacation and relax in Aruba and then get stressed out because
But
he
it's
doesn't
more
have Paramount
relaxing
Plus.
if you
To
got
watch
a
a game,
game.
right?
I agree.
Absolutely.
Wherever
But
I go.
guys, before the game starts, I think we got to give a little prediction of what we're thinking today. Who wants to go first?
Let's start with the guy that you have on your left, on your right, actually.
Sebastian, you want to give it a go?
So I mean, I see both teams desperately needing the win. Okay, so we have the lineups here. So there's no Zaniolo today. We have El Shaarawy, Mickey. We have Roma. Seems like they have a pretty decent lineup. That Inter's obviously stacked. That goes without saying. Yeah. But despite that, I still think that it may be a draw. I'm gonna call it 2-2.
Wow. I was also thinking of Joe Sebastian. I'm going to go with a 1-1. Roma have been on a great unbeaten streak recently, and I think Mourinho has what it takes to play those mind games to get to nick a point at the Meazza today. Anto?
No, let's go this guy.
Oh, you want to go
last?
last?
He wants to go last.
Yeah, the good-looking guy. Let's get the good-looking guy.
Thank you. So the
nice
thing
and
is,
smooth. It was guys, yesterday was in Ribalta, making a sacrifice. All right?
Sacrifice.
Big sacrifice.
So what do you think of Piri?
I think this is a game that Inter, if they win, they really solidify their chance for the Scudetto, because it's not just a mathematical question, but it's a question of personality and mentality and putting the pressure on Milan to then make up the game tomorrow. Roma have been playing amazing football. There's a lot of motivation on their end, playing in the Conference League, getting into the next stage. Mourinho has this team moving, but I think Inter, after the win versus Milan, this is an important game, and I think they have a lot of motivation to build on that win. And I think Inter is going to be able to squeeze by. I think it's going to be a close game, but a 2-1 result.
2-1 Well, I hate Peter as a fan, but I love him like he could be my son. But I have tended to agree with him. I think Inter is slightly better than Roma, and I think they're going to pull it through. But nevertheless, if you ask me what I wish, I guess I wish for a Roma win, big win, or a Roma tie. So, but unfortunately, I have to agree with Peter. Disgraziato.
So, guys, we got a prediction.
What a compliment you gave him right after.
We have the predictions in, and the game is underway right now. So, I think there's going to be a very fun match for sure. Both teams fighting for a lot. Roma could still fight to secure a top 4 finish, even though it is still tough. And Inter, of course, fighting for the Scudetto.
This is the guy right here. Lautaro has come out.
He's on fire
Milan.
lately.
So now it's an important game to put your stamp.
I think Barella is the key of this match of here, because if Barella is capable to hold the midfield, because the midfield is going to win this game, because midfield, as you guys know, is the filter between the offensive defense. Inter has got 5, Roma's got 4, but it's more stacked up on the top. I don't think they're going to play the 3-4-3 or the 3-4-2-1.
Sequence already.
But
there we go, Di Marco.
They are. The midfield, as I said, is the key to win these games here. So if somebody's capable to shut down Barella, and Brozovic,
I think
we will see some interesting game. But those are the two players that Roma needs to work on very hard. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to close down on both of them at the same time. But if you just take them one-on-one and you just take at least one out of the game, I would say Barella, because Brozovic comes from behind. It's going to be tough. Today's going to be tough.
Barella's the engine for this Inter team, but Brozovic is the brain.
Yeah.
We saw when Brozovic was out, Inter struggled to be able to move the ball, to be able to hit the tempo. So, that almost went right over the top. So, I agree with you that Barella plays an important part in this midfield, but for what I've seen these past 2 seasons, Brozovic is the most important part of this Inter team. So and that's the reason why they
guys, for the first couple minutes, we have seen Inter just trying to go with the long ball, verticalizing, and try to jump the Roma midfield. And let's see if this is going to be the key for the game. Again, 1-2 on the midfield, and then let's see if they're starting. Look, let's see. I almost got it. DeMarco was about.
Yeah, but
so
you see also Roma's playing very smart, because the way to stop this Inter team is to be able to man mark Brozovic.
Yeah, exactly. Look how he's right on top of him.
Pellegrini is right on top of Brozovic, and that's going to force the Inter team to be able to go over the top.
They're going to have to force them to do that, because then they're not going to allow them to play up the ball otherwise.
Yeah, and then obviously throughout the game you could have a game plan, but then when you lose the ball in possession, or you have someone that's able to beat up the man one-on-one, you create this numerical advantage. Then it's not so easy to be able to pinpoint each player.
It's very
Numero, guarda Tammy Abraham.
That's a big move.
It's very to playing. I don't see it, right? I
No,
don't see it.
Veretu's on the
No,
bench.
He's out.
He's on the bench.
Yeah.
Can't believe it that Mourinho is not using a very good
Well,
skilled
he's got
midfielder.
He's
Oliveira.
using him, he just has a
Oliveira
different-
has come
yeah.
in and
But
taken
he's got
that
the young
spot.
kid,
Exactly.
the young kid over here.
Zalewski.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Amazing.
Veretu's more of that holding midfield
Yeah.
presence, box to box.
Plus, he's a good support to bring in the second half. At least this way you have options now to be able to.
Ah,
open it.
yeah.
Ooh, where's he going with that?
Guys, we just hope that Andanovic makes a couple very, very productive mistakes that is going to just
Productive mistakes.
translate into Roma capitalizing on one of those mistakes.
Yeah, but lately,
nevertheless, it's the game. The game, it's too important for them not to lose the concentration. But nevertheless, when the nerves they play an important role in this thing here. Nerves can make you do something stupid.
Of course, but you know what? I think that's one difference that I see in this Inter team compared to years past.
Numero che passaggio.
There we go.
Look,
Bad pass from
Andanovic.
Andanovic.
Go.
Oliveira gets the ball. He's in the
Step to
box.
him. Bravo.
Nice.
And not good
Bravo,
enough.
Charlie.
Can't
Now
grade
we counter.
interception.
Now we counter. Come on,
Now,
Dumfries.
see, this is when they're gonna. There we go.
Come on.
Look how
baby.
Barella's constantly scanning. He's looking at both ends of the field, and he has so many options already available.
He's a Roma.
Look at that.
Brozovic. Yeah, not good enough.
Ooh,
No, Nalletto, you didn't read it.
they're knocking on the door. They're right there.
Shit.
So guys, there was a source today on Gazzetta about DePaul who hasn't really settled in at Inter and at Atletico, and Inter actually made some contacts on him for maybe a loan deal. What do you guys? What do you think about that?
DePaul is an amazing midfielder. What he did in Serie A speaks for himself. And then also, don't forget, he also has the keys to the Argentina national team, which is not a shabby national team.
Yeah,
Plus, it's a good link up with Correa and Lautaro too to have that other teammate there. No.
Yeah, I mean, Inter always has that Argentinian presence. Obviously, the vice president is Il Mitico Javier Zanetti.
Il mitico. Pete,
Yeah,
let me
that's
ask
a
you
foul.
something. You guys,
He is, no?
You have so many players. What the hell?
He loves
Do you
this.
want to treat three teams?
There's going to be some players that are leaving this year.
Such as who?
Vidal,
Who's leaving?
Vidal is
Vecino
going to be gone.
probably.
Vidal.
Vecino's going to be leaving. Gagliardini might stay or might find another suitor.
But those people, they never played with them. Despite that, as a beside
That's a
those
roster
players that
spot.
you name,
Vidal comes in
That's
every
a
game
roster
in the
spot.
65th minute.
Oh.
Every game. And he'll come in this game
he
too.
will come in this
And
game.
he gets at
told
least a
you?
yellow card.
I know already because that's how Inzaghi
Spoke to
plays.
him.
Okay.
So the fact that DePaul could be in that midfield is going to challenge Çalhanoğlu to be able to perform because obviously he's an important part in this midfield, but he's been, to say the least, inconsistent
Çalhanoğlu?
compared to how he started to now. So, I mean,
There's
as far as
Varela
goals
again,
and assists, it's a foul. Bravo.
Wow.
These
But
guys.
I wanted to
scares
get
me.
back to my point.
Yeah.
I think the difference between Inter and Milan is that, Inter with Conte last year and winning the Scudetto, they know what it takes to win. I think when it comes down to this later stages of the season, whereas Milan, aside from a Ibrahimovic and a Giroud, and we could even put Magnon because of what he did with Lille, they don't have that winning.
So you're gonna
character
win
ju-
again.
Just
That's it.
yet.
That's all fine. Thanks.
But I'm just saying
Thanks.
when there was a time to capitalize,
You
right?
guys can capitalize.
No, but I'm saying when there was a time to capitalize, Milan didn't.
Didn't
They
capitalize.
dropped,
You're right.
They
I
dropped
agree with
points.
that. I agree.
And so that's
But-
more of a mentality.
But we didn't
thing.
start to win the campionato. We didn't start this
No,
league.
no,
here.
He
You
said
We
you
didn't
don't
win
have
the
no
camp-
mentality, Anto. You hear this?
We didn't start. We didn't start the
The
campionato.
objective
We
wasn't to
didn't-
win the Scudetto, but I'm saying if you're in the position to win it,
Yeah.
and Inter, the January that they had was just terrible, and maybe January, February even.
Yeah,
The
for
start of the
sure.
season was terrible.
Very bad.
The start of the year, sorry, was terrible.
Roma is trying again, guys. We're just watching the game live. Roma is trying to find their
rhythm.
bearing on the field, and they seem still a little bit.
Shaky, right?
Look.
There you go, another ball off.
Vai,
They're
Lautaro,
not-
Lautaro.
Great.
They're not.
Mkhitaryan, greatest.
They don't have the
steal right
control
there.
of the midfield, Roma. So something is gonna have to happen
Anto,
with
it's
Mourinho.
7 minutes in.
No, it's
so
not just
you
7
gotta-
minutes. You're starting to see it.
Okay, but it's
It's still early.
Yeah, but
it's
you-
the
still
nerves gotta
early.
set in.
Everyone's still fresh. There's gonna be things that you have to be able to realize,
They're
recognize.
slowing the game down, just
Yeah,
going side by
right.
side, just scanning the field a little bit, like Sebastian said. I don't know, guys. I just have a strong feeling that this is going to be a midfield battle, and unfortunately, Inter has got upper end right now.
Well, listen, the first
Right
game between Roma and Inter in the Campionato, I think Inter destroyed Roma, which
Yeah.
was a big surprise. Look at that little touch. Bravo.
You were surprised that they destroyed them?
That
I
they
wasn't
destroyed.
surprised.
I was surprised. Come on, a big game like that, you would think that Roma would step up.
Yeah, but Roma still wasn't settled
They
at
weren't
that point.
settled.
They
Yeah,
had
that's
plenty
true.
of players that had issues in the locker
That's true.
room. Mourinho wasn't happy at all with the performances consistently leading up to that game. It was a disaster. They fell apart. But from that, they took that opportunity, and now they've been able to rebuild themselves. And now, hopefully today, if they kind of find some form of rhythm, but right now Inter is very dominant, to be able to find a way to be able to come back and get into this game, even though it's still very early.
Yeah,
And
it's
Roma's a type of team that doesn't give up until the very end. They have, I believe, the most goals in extra time than any other team in the league. So these guys really fight till the end.
Yeah.
So it's gonna definitely be a very tight game, especially if it's only a 1-goal margin.
Right. And really, Roma only need really one key moment to really get underway, and they need that one moment, whether it's from a free kick and Pellegrini's on the ball. If they can get that opportunity to put pressure on Inter, then the dynamic could change. So right now, obviously, Inter's still carrying the ball. They have a majority of the possession, unless Roma really can make a move and be able to kind of make some change
over the
there.
top, and now you cross it.
Pete.
Karsdorp blocked
You have
offside.
to say a little louder,
Offside.
Pete. Just say
Offside.
no, you
Yeah,
cross
offside.
it. No, Pete, at some point, guys, watch me. Pete is going to say, "Ma dai cazzo!" In other words, come
That's
on.
coming.
Pete
That's
is
coming.
ready. Pete is ready. Look, the grade one. What did I call it, the grade one?
The special one.
The special one.
Oh, I thought it
special
was
one.
like the grade one. Like
No, that's Peter the Great.
The great shark.
Alexander
That's
the
like
Great.
Alexander the
Great.
Great.
Ah, the great.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Greeks invented that too.
they did?
He's from Macedonia.
He's from Macedonia. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He
Please
took
don't
over the
remind
whole
me.
area there. Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Took over half the world.
All the way to Egypt. He was Pharaoh at one point too. He had like a big fascination with Egypt. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's named a city in Egypt. Alexandria is
Right,
named after him.
exactly.
Pete, I see Inter too forward, too close to
They're
the...
pressing down.
They are
Roma.
6 or 7
They're
into the...
forcing
Yeah,
them to-
they're forcing the...
They're forcing them to make the move.
And
Obviously,
then I
Yeah.
see Roma a little bit
counter could
too
be.
spread out. Roma, I think, is too spread out. It's not compacting into the middle.
Oh, okay, good idea.
see this link up still. I mean,
They're getting there though. They keep knocking on the door like that. They'll get the right pass. They'll
no,
score.
but I'm saying the Lautaro Dzeko. Lautaro Dzeko, in the beginning of the season, they were scoring, but just not the same type of player. They play in two different type of speeds. That's the real issue.
So would you have rather started Correa as opposed to starting Dzeko?
No, I think Dzeko, you have to start him in this game.
What
just
is this
because-
guy
oh my
doing? What
God.
is he doing?
Don't foul him.
Peter, does Dzeko celebrate if he scores?
I think he does.
I don't know. How did they bat?
really?
Yeah,
I think he
bad
He's
blood?
like a legend over there.
Yeah, but at this point now, Inter's a stepping stone away from winning the Scudetto. He's in front of his home fans. He's not going to celebrate.
Really?
I disagree. I think he's
I don't
going
know.
to.
I don't agree. Anto, what do you think?
I think,
Peter,
you know what? This is...
he's like a legend. He scored the most goals for Roma, no?
Listen, to be
I don't
honest
think
with
you
you,
do it.
this whole thing of celebrate, not celebrate, you are a professional. You put the ball inside, celebrate. I mean, Roma didn't do much to keep Dzeko, to try to sign
It was a
Dzeko for
mutual.
extra
It was a
time.
mutual thing, though. Dzeko wanted a new
They
thing.
allowed him to leave.
They allowed him
Yeah.
to
They
leave.
allowed him
That
to
was-
leave,
they
so
allowed-
that
Yeah.
means
It's not like
that
they kicked
means
him out.
they
It was
didn't
a-
put
No.
No, it was a
so
mutual agreement.
I think
though.
if he scores, he should celebrate.
Really,
Absolutely.
the most
I agree with
goals.
Antonio.
the-
Absolutely.
Pete,
I
what do you
hope he
think?
doesn't
I don't
score.
think
Don't
he
get me
will. I don't
wrong.
think
I
he
hope
will.
he doesn't
No, but
score.
if
But
he
if he
does,
does score,
No, I
he
can't
should
see
be
it.
celebrating.
No, I don't think he will.
Numero, vai.
Ay,
Vai.
Ah, to
El Shaarawy, bad pass. Pellegrini, great little move.
You didn't let it develop. Trying to play. a
So,
little
Pete,
bit.
how was the
should've
pizza
carried it a little
yesterday,
bit.
Pete? How was the pizza? Did you get pizza or did you get some dinner yesterday?
No, I got pizza.
Pizza?
Very
No,
good.
they have. I like the ciliegino, pizza pala. I like the ciliegino con la mozzarella di bufala. Guys, we're talking about Ribalta. Our friend Rosario is on.
Huge Napoli fan.
Big, of course, big Napoli fan. He's the owner of Ribalta, and
He's
they.
involved with the Napoli club here in New York City
Yeah,
too.
and they make some spectacular pizza. I'm not here to make a commercial for him, nevertheless, but we have to mention where the good food is. So especially if you guys are coming to New York, all the IFTV smart fans, if you guys are in New York and you're not in Brooklyn, go to Manhattan and have a great pizza at Rosario with Ribalta. So Rosario, you owe me a free pie. Okay?
You
so-
say we're not doing commercials and then you want free pies?
I know.
Paisa.
What is going on over here? You can't give a freebie and then you want a freebie back.
Oh, Rosario doesn't need me to tell. Ribalta is very popular, so.
Anto, someone's asking. O'Neill said, "Anto, tell us an Aruba story." You have any memorable?
Okay, guys, I gotta tell you something about Aruba.
Keep it PG.
Keep it PG, yeah.
We got kids watching you.
If you're gonna go over there and you are from 18 and up, and you have
here we go.
you have already
Lord.
something set up, it's a beautiful place to be. The beaches are spectacular, but
The beaches.
But
Yeah.
little bit disappointed with the food. I have to be honest with you, okay?
But you got the ocean right there.
Yeah, but you're not gonna hit the ocean, Mike.
Anto,
eat
you
the
grew up
ocean.
a fisherman.
What
you know
I'm
how to-
saying
you know how to get
is,
the stuff.
we are spoiled. We taking for granted for so many times what we have over here in New York, or especially when you go to Italy or you go to somewhere else in vacation. This Aruba is a good island. It's good for to have young kids to be fooling around by the beach. But in terms of just eating well, I was a little bit disappointed. There is none a great coffee or cappuccino for breakfast. I'm
Really?
telling you, it's just very, very
Maybe
disappointed.
you went to the German Aruba side.
No, I
You
go
go
to
to
Dutch?
German.
There's an Italian.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
P, you didn't give him the go bouts, the places to
So
go.
I let my
I have no
wife.
idea.
I
I've
let
never
my
been.
wife do. Oh, we're gonna go to this restaurant. My cousin said this, and my friend said this. So I let her do whatever she had to do. And at the end of the day, she kind of agreed with me that the food it was not,
not great.
the top.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm not expecting to be great, but not to be average. Okay.
What's a Aruba dish?
There is no such a thing in Aruba.
There's gotta be something.
There's got to
Actually-
be something.
Come on, Anto.
I don't-
It's gotta be a signature.
What is
dish.
it?
I don't know. It's
I
gotta.
will
You
listen.
went there. You told me.
The guy just came back from over there. He
I
didn't
know
even tell
it's
you.
gotta
The
be
only fresh
something.
food, the only fresh seafood that I had, it's something that I had to catch myself, and I had to just prepare it
Why
for
don't you just
myself.
bring the fish to the
Did you have
restaurant?
any?
Yeah.
Anto, did you have any stews or soups?
Yeah, but
Stews or
nothing,
soups?
nothing.
Because that's what they
nothing-
say. A
Is
lot of
that
them
what
are
it is?
traditional.
No,
Stews and soups
no,
are
but
traditional.
How
Nothing
is
to be-
this- why
nothing
is
to
this
be
soup
bragging
tradition if
about
it's
it.
hot?
Well, you're asking me.
No, we call it. Listen to me. Zuppa di pesce is supposed to be a.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's hot. If you eat a zuppa di pesce, it's
Listen, the ceviche. If you go to places, you're supposed
They're
to have some
saying
ceviche and
beef
things like
stew,
that.
goat
Beef-
stew. They're
Beef
saying a
stew,
lot
goats.
of.
Why, they had that many goats
but
walking around in Aruba?
Listen,
Yeah,
what
I know.
stew what? Stew
Gats.
gats. Anyway,
Hey,
even
you
the
know
bo-
this on ESPN. Hold on,
Yeah.
on ESPN, there's a guy that does a podcast. You know what his name is?
Who?
Stugotz. I swear.
Really?
No
Yeah.
way. Come on.
He's invited over here. I want to make this guy here.
Yeah, take a look.
What are you gonna meet? What are you gonna say?
Don't worry, we're gonna find out.
Pleasure to meet you, Stu.
He's down in Miami. When you
Hey,
go down to Miami,
Stu.
we'll
Oh yeah.
partner you guys.
All
yeah.
right, so I'll partner him with Miami.
Could you imagine when the teacher reads attendance, Anto, and they read the names? Stu. There's two Stews. Which Stu?
Beef stew and stew gats.
Oh, man. Oh.
Bravo. Counter
But so far,
now.
pretty back and forth, right? First 15 minutes of the game. Mm-hmm. There's Barellino.
Mamma mia.
Easy.
Niccolò.
So there's an
Force it.
interesting quote that we posted today on our social medias about Gasperini. And let me know what you guys think, because I was a little surprised by this one.
Yeah.
Gasperini said, I felt bad when I heard one of our fans say they're jealous of Verona fans for the Scudetto they won in the past. My jaw dropped. When they say that we haven't won anything, I respond that we beat all the historical records of Atalanta. So this is an interesting one, because yes, they didn't win a trophy, but Atalanta the past few seasons have done a remarkable job. So what do you think the fans are kind of getting a little spoiled, or like what do you? Because I was a little like puzzled by this.
Well, one thing I gotta say it. What Gasperini brought to Atalanta is the mentality and the style of the game that everybody got to
But he
appreciate.
didn't win
it.
anything, is the point.
Well, listen, we're
right?
not about trophies. We're about
Come on,
enjoying
Anto. Come
watching
on.
culture.
People are gonna remember the
Okay.
trophies, not making fourth or third place. To Atalanta. No.
I have to be honest with you. Atalanta was shortchanged this year because they had a lot of injuries, and one of the best players that they had, Zapata, were not able to replace him or to counter with some.
But regardless of that, even if he was healthy, do you think they could have won silverware?
honest.
Probably not.
I mean, potentially, I saw.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly what I
they-
was
Okay,
That's
but the
good.
past 3 seasons they were
They could have
they
won.
were extremely
Mama,
good.
Jacob, porca
Capo-
They were extremely good. They haven't won. So do you think the fans have something to say, or Gasperini is like, dude, come on?
So listen, I think
I
the
beat all the
Atalanta
odds, beat the
fans
records.
Atalanta fans are very happy.
they're happy. I think
They should be
someone
happy.
is jealous of
But they
Verona
haven't
that won in 1984. I mean, what a shot! Hit it.
Oh,
Rid of that.
good call. That's a foul. Though,
That's a
right?
foul.
Yeah.
Nice hit, Chanalogo. But
Now you
Do
like
they have a
Cianoglu.
point?
Atalanta fans cannot be upset of recent performances. I mean, you make Champions League for the past 3-4 years. You went far in one of the Champions League editions. Even in this Europa League, they made it to almost the semifinals. So there's a lot of things to look at and be happy about. What I do agree, but as Atalanta, I think you have to be a little more realistic in certain
aspects,
cups and Champions League. So if I was Gasperini, I would have put a big interest on Coppa Italia, because that's where you're going to be able to win your silverware.
Right?
Yeah, and then also you have an opportunity then to win the Supercoppa. You get a chance into that game.
But Peter, listen.
That's something that I think Gasperini has failed to do, to rely too much on one aspect of the season, which was the Campionato, and then miss out on maybe winning something.
I gotta cut Gasperini a little slack, because Gasperini doesn't have full decision making like 100%.
No, I think he does.
Percassi, the ownership, it's one of the best ownership that they implemented this youth soccer and this starting from the bottom and coming up. They always produced nothing but talent that they were unknown just before they got
do
into
something
it.
with it. Do something with it. Come on, Mickey.
Mkhitaryan shoots.
Nah.
So anyway, it's something that everybody should look forward to, just not emulate or copy, but to just try to implement. We look for young Italian talents right now.
So I'm going to challenge you there, because Atalanta, yes, they have a great youth system, probably one of the best.
But they're not all
Italy.
Italian.
But if you look in their first team, they're getting players from different markets.
I hear you, yeah.
And if you look, then there's probably 1 or 2 Italians that are playing in the Atalanta team. That's one.
Right.
And 2, they're not so young.
They're not
on their first team.
No,
a lot of these guys are way above their prime. So, obviously, yes, the Atalanta model is great when you're able to sell a Diallo for 50 million and he had only played 2 games in Serie A. But
it looked like it was going on target.
Nah, it was.
But you could say what they want. Been incredible, second, third place finishes a few years straight, but they still didn't win it. So who's gonna remember in 50 years? Who's gonna remember? I get that point of the fans. Maybe they got a little spoiled. Like, what's next? We got Champions League 3 times in a row. Now it's not looking like we got it. Did the magic in a few years? Did we waste it because we didn't win anything?
But Mike, listen, this is the reasons why the Americans, they bought it. Maybe the Americans are going to try to get to the next level.
But do the Atalanta fans have a point of saying that, or is it too much?
I think the Atalanta fan, having seen Atalanta beating Inter Milan, Juventus,
but you don't
and all
win
of those
anything
things,
from that.
It doesn't matter for them. It's a big satisfaction.
Apparently not, because they're saying
it's a big satisfaction.
They're getting.
But
greedy.
look at the. They're getting greedy.
I think they're getting
greedy.
Because
they don't know
remember.
how good they have it until they're going to lose it. Let me tell you, Gasperini lives
But
from Atalanta.
Just getting money from Champions League without winning silverware?
That's a lot of money.
But isn't that a lot of money? But now they're not going to make Champions
Atalanta
League.
is a small market, Mike. Bergamo is a small market.
Okay, how about Verona that they just won?
They won 1984.
I get it. But that's
nobody.
what they're
talking
comparing.
about
If you ask all your
years ago.
if you ask all the IFTV fans, you said about 50 years ago. You ask all your IFTV fans, they probably didn't even know the Hellas Verona.
Exactly.
It's something that they won, though.
But Hellas Verona was not something that they won, or they were good for 3-4 years.
Right.
They had one miracle season, similar to a Leicester.
But you can say the same thing about Atalanta the past few seasons, but they still didn't win anything. That's the point I'm trying to
But
come
Mike,
across
you have to also
with,
understand that the quality in Bergamo, it's a small market. They haven't been able to do anything significant before Gasperini really came. So they have to be thankful, in my opinion, because of the fact that if Gasperini didn't bring that experience and bring them to Champions League and bring them to all these new feats, where would they be now? They'd be back in the same place that they were, and they wouldn't be able to say anything.
Listen, Gasperini is also saving his butt, because in the end, he's got to say, hey, look what I did for Atalanta. Atalanta was nowhere. I'm the one that broke all these records.
Guys, let me take it a notch above this whole discussion here. Let's not forget that Atalanta was decimated by COVID. And the fact that Gasperini and all the team and Percassi were able to just to bring a little joy into the fan, I think it's a big thing, because, Bergamo was hit so hard.
They were devastated by COVID,
for COVID. So the fact that you have a team competing on the top 4 or 5 positions, it's
anymore,
a big.
Not anymore. Unless you have one bad year.
Come on.
I know, I get that. But do we think there's going to be a continuous thing that Atalanta's actually going to be doing it, or that was like a 3-4 year span?
They'll get
the team.
But how about when Roma and Lazio get better? it's going to be very hard to be competing for that.
Atalanta has a solid structure. They just got American ownership that has. They just injected money into Atalanta. The idea is obviously to get into Champions League, and they have the players to do so. I mean,
listen, I'm the biggest fan of Atalanta, but I'm thinking that window that they had has minimized. That's not going to be the Atalanta of the prior.
What is your window talking about? Are you talking about winning the Scudetto or getting into Champions League?
Silverware, so maybe a Coppa Italia.
But it depends on your objective. You have to make that clear in the beginning of the year, because obviously when you're going to put all your weight in going into Campionato to try to qualify for Champions League, it's much more difficult at that point to be able to have the team. They don't have the same luxury that Inter has, for example. It's not knocking on Inter. It's because it's facts, because you have two disciplined teams that are able to compete in multiple different competitions. Unfortunately, Atalanta at this point in time does not have that. But like Peter said, you have the injection of the American ownership now into the team. Now, that's going to bring changes to the team, and hopefully for the better, because of the fact now they'll have that extra investment to be able to then go forward and have more than one team, quote unquote, to be able to compete going forward in those other competitions.
I guess.
They're going to get silverware soon. I can feel it.
You think soon?
I think so.
I just feel like with the other teams getting stronger, it's going to be even more difficult.
Yes, of course it's going to be more difficult, because obviously you're going to have better quality that's coming in. But at the same time, Atalanta has always been a team that's always been dominating in Serie A these past few years. They've always been giving teams like Inter, Milan, Juve a hard time.
For sure.
Roma now, they're finally on their way back up. Lazio, somewhat convincing this year too. But still, it's anybody's game at that point.
But that's what I'm saying. I just feel like, I don't know if they're going to have the opportunity like they did the past few seasons. And I feel like maybe that moment of them is sizzling away, if that makes sense.
Mike, I don't think so. You're too pessimistic.
Right.
I'm just seeing what the fans are saying. I'm looking at their point of view. Yes, we made Champions League, but we haven't proved that we can win something.
Okay, Mike, when you are at the level of the top 6 or 7, you can actually go higher or slightly lower. So in this particular case, Atalanta stepped down because of a contingency that they had and whatever. Let's not trying to find excuses.
Right.
Every team can have a above par season and a below par season. But in this particular case, Gasperini got...
They're in 8th place.
Yeah, I know. I'm the first one that I put them in the first top 4 or 5. So,
but also understand that now, since Atalanta has had a dip in their performance, what do you think that gave that availability for Roma and for Lazio to be able to excel and to be able to do better? Because they don't have that same threat from Atalanta that's coming in, that's putting in pressure on them, getting points game after game. And if they have one bad year, I don't think that necessarily counts them out from winning silverware in the next year.
Maybe
it's just
not,
one bad year.
But that's another thing. It's going to be harder to attract those players that they want now. No Champions League, which they had the past few years. Yeah, Mike, I understand they're getting new owners and they still have some money.
The players that they attracted weren't players that were destined to go to Milan and Inter.
But someone like Demiral, I don't think would have went to a team that didn't play Champions League. You can argue.
Where was Demiral gonna end up?
Exactly.
I think a top 4 team in a different league or whatever it's been. I think
maybe a different league.
But regardless, I think a Champions League team he would have went to.
Of course.
So it tracks. It's definitely a turning point in a player if you're playing Champions League. So there's a lot of things to consider. I guess Zapata, their best player, was injured and all that stuff. But I don't know if they can replicate the things they were doing the past few seasons.
But it wasn't even
I don't want to be pessimistic. I'm just saying the truth. And they didn't get anything from that.
I think they are 2 or 3 players away to do that, Mike. They are 2 or 3 players away.
I think we've been saying that the past few seasons.
To do what?
No.
To do what? To win the Scudetto?
Maybe to win some of the silver. I'm not saying gold.
I feel like we've been saying
some
that
of
the past few
silverware.
seasons.
No.
We're
Some of the
repeating
silverware.
ourselves.
I mean, Coppa Italia, or maybe the Coppa Berlusconi. I don't know.
Well, they were there. They
Coppa
were
Berlusconi.
Everyone's calling me pessimistic in the comments by that. I'm just saying what the Atalanta fans are saying. I'm just standing up. I'm playing devil's advocate. I see both points.
I happen to be an Atalanta sympathizer. I mean, it's not one because I like Gasperini a lot.
Except when they play Milan. Right?
Yes, absolutely. That's a foul.
Was that Brozovic? Yeah.
But it's definitely something to think about.
Plus, Mike, don't forget that behind me we have an Atalanta shirt signed, nothing but Gasperini, Derun, courtesy of Derun's wife. Okay, Riccardo, please keep following us and keep spreading the news over there because we know that you are one of the best soccer fan and Serie A and Calcio. Plus, we like Derun a lot.
Exactly.
We like him a lot.
Yes.
The only thing that I'm disappointed, to be honest with you, Riccardo, is that this Dutch island over there, this Aruba, does not have a good croissant and espresso. So you're gonna have to do something. Just bring some Italian culture into Aruba if you get a chance, and then we'll get Aruba and CBS Sports and Paramount Plus because we need to watch the game.
What's a
live
nice
over
dish?
there.
What's a nice dish from Bergamo that they're known for? Have you guys been or not?
Polenta, yeah.
Really?
Bergamo. What are they
Oh, in the north, it's very well known for polenta, yeah.
That's a nickname they get called the Northerners,
Gorgonzola.
right?
Gorgonzola.
Not a fan of that cheese.
No?
No.
What
Not
kind
even
of
pol- I don't
what kind
like
of a
polenta.
cheese fan are you, Mike?
I like a lot of
Feta?
Feta.
He's a feta fan.
He's a feta fan.
Okay, but Ricardo, we love you. We keep following us and.
Mancini, huge
Head
chance.
dive.
Mancini with a huge chance goes
I
over
was
the bar.
hoping.
Peter skipped a beat in his heart over there. Great
They lost
service
it.
by
They lost it.
Pellegrini.
Oh, it was.
If he aimed
If he
it down,
would've
that's
hit it down.
goal.
The problem is he
Antanovic
got-
had the laser save.
Yeah.
That would have been a goal right there. if
The
it was on
laser
target.
save.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mancini has not been having a good year when it comes
Yeah.
to goals. Has he scored this year?
Maybe
I'll
one,
double
actually.
Maybe
check.
one.
He might have.
Maybe un gol
He usually
solamente.
gets his head at the end of those.
Mm-hmm.
Inter's got to play a little bit quicker, but because Roma's been pressing well.
Exactly. See,
But
now
you gotta
Roma's
be
starting
able
to warm
break.
up.
And then also Perisic hasn't had the opportunity. See right here, Dzeko's got to hold
No,
up
he
that
has no
ball.
goals this season.
That's it. Dumfries, bye.
Oh, what a ball.
Bye.
Dumfries.
Come on, get
with
him.
The keeper.
Yeah.
Oh, just like that.
goal.
Inter
Wow.
open up.
Wow.
That's a stupid
Wow.
goal.
That's a beauty.
Contropiede.
That's
That's a nice goal.
From Roma almost scoring to Inter opening up.
But you
There's
see,
a
that's
saying.
exactly what they do.
What is it?
Gol
the famous-
mangiato, gol subito.
There
You
you
want to
go.
translate that?
Goal
Anton?
mancato. I mean,
Goal
you're
man-
missing one, you're gonna get one. Sure enough, they got it. They got caught.
Wow.
They got caught with their pens down and they got screwed up. So
pens
that's it,
If
guys.
Mancini had it on target.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Why did you
Oh,
go?
What a
wait,
ball.
Let's take a look.
What a ball.
He
No,
came
it's
in.
not, it's not.
He came across.
He's
Then
back.
Zalewski made a
He
mistake.
was
over
back.
there.
Yeah, he did make a mistake.
In
back
between
there.
the legs of the goalkeeper too.
Shoot.
Bravo.
Wow.
Under-
Mezzi gol.
under
shit.
the legs.
Però perfetto. Wow.
Let's see. Let's
Nice
see
finish.
if there is a millimetric offside that we didn't see.
No,
I
no,
just
no.
hope.
Offside doesn't exist
I don't-
with Inter. Let's not go there.
Oh,
Only
you're
with
right.
other teams it
Let's-
exists, but with
Yes.
Inter it doesn't exist. It's a
A
goal.
lot.
Let's see.
Complaining
Are they
from
gonna
everyone,
watch
right,
it?
Pete?
Oh, they checked
See,
it already.
they
Boom,
checked
done.
silent check. It's good.
Silent
30
check.
minutes in, and
That's it,
Inter
1-0.
are up.
Now Roma's gonna start to fatigue even
No,
more. They're
Mourinho,
gonna-
secondo me, Mourinho with this three defense team, it's not really cutting the master for me. They were outnumbered right there on the counter
Yeah, but the fact
offensive.
that Zalewski was the last man. There was a
Yeah,
very-
not good, not
Something
good.
happened
Something
tactically
happened there,
that
yeah.
didn't.
didn't click right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Mourinho
They
is
were
trying.
pressing each guy
Maybe
one-on-one.
Mourinho. Maybe
Yeah,
Mourinho is
But
saying.
look, but you know what? It would be great to really see that goal again because Dumfries, who's usually on that far right hand side, right,
right in
where
the
he is
middle.
right now, he cut across and then went up. So
Mhm.
look,
Right.
it looks like Roma's been marking a lot of these guys man to man because the center midfielders had Dzeko and that quick play. Dumfries must have made that run inside to get.
And that's why
go
Zalewski was the last man because he was covering
He
him
was
in
on
on man.
side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now he's
yeah,
on side. He
Yeah,
kept
he's
him
on
on.
by
He's on by
a
a
mile.
foot. No, by a mile. No, by a foot.
By a mile.
Ay. I don't see Abraham touching the ball. He hasn't touched the ball
He
yet.
hasn't had any service.
He hasn't had service. yet.
Nothing. So maybe you might want to rethink a little bit this, the 4-3.
Formation.
No, the 3-4-2-1.
Yeah, the formation.
It's just not.
my God.
Oh
What
my
the hell?
God! What the hell
Oh
is
my
going
God.
on?
What's the defense
Aldo's losing it
doing?
over
They're
there.
waiting for the goalkeeper to come off his line to go all the way up there.
Salamini right there.
Wow.
Salamini Beretta. Guys, for some of you that don't know what salamini, they look like hot dogs,
Little sausage.
right, Pete?
Used to.
You know,
yeah,
you've
something
been
like
there,
that,
right,
yeah.
Pete? You've been there. Probably you had a bunch of salamini when you were in Italy, right, Pete? Yes or no?
A bunch
No,
of
I have
salami.
salami. No?
Salami, okay.
Salami, magari.
Salamini.
Peter goes for the big salamini, guys.
Salamota, right?
Salamaker.
Bresaola.
Bresaola.
Lean meat.
Oh, man. So let's see.
I don't know. Listen, I'm not big on this Smalling. Smalling to me is not.
Really?
He's probably he's the
I
better.
think he's the best
he's the
defender
better
I think so.
Roma has.
Yeah. Right now, he's playing in his best
Where
form.
was he? Where was he on the
He
goal?
was on Dzeko. Dzeko was able to play that quick.
I mean, it was.
Here we go.
No.
They leave a lot of holes open, man. In that
No, but that touch has got to be cleaner, man.
Right. You can't
Right to
chop the
his
ball
feet.
like that.
Skriniar's ready to attack right there.
Barella.
Yeah, but look at the space that Barella has right now. There's
Barella.
nobody on him.
Barella.
Look at that. There you go.
Offside.
That's not off?
He's off. He's
Okay.
got
No,
it
it was
off.
not. It was not, Pete.
I think
It
he
was
Look
a
at
call that,
Mkhitaryan,
baby.
man. Playing defense, too. He does everything. This guy's 100 years
Now
old.
they're going to
It's
get a
out.
corner
100
kick.
years old.
He's old, man. He's got the
Vediamo.
Pandev haircut.
You said the Pandev haircut.
Oh, man.
Mourinho, I don't
Mourinho
understand.
doesn't look happy.
How the hell are you not reading a game like this?
I think they played it
But
well.
they,
to the-
they call him the
winning,
great
yeah.
one. What great
Special
one?
Special one. The special.
Oh, the special one. What's so special about him? To take 2 for 1?
He won the treble.
Buy 1, get 2 free? Special one. Give me a break. Again, with you guys.
Well, what's important now is it's curious to see how Roma reacts now to this
But
in
reacts.
terms of they concede again in
Look,
this first
Abraham,
half, if
look,
not,
Abraham.
or if they're able to regroup now. That's the big thing. That's the big question. Let's see.
I think Roma, they need to just do something more. They have to press a little high now.
They have to hold on to possession. They're letting Inter dictate the tempo too much. They're letting them have too much time on the ball. They need to get the ball back because if they keep letting Inter run around with it, they're going to score another one. There's no pressure. Come on.
They're not close. They're not
my
closing
God.
down. Look, at that.
There you
Look
go.
at
All right.
They're going vertically. Inter is going vertical all the time on Dumfries because they
Well, because
try,
they realize it's
Inter,
working.
they're trying to use the speed of Dumfries.
Nice.
There you go. Another
And,
steal. Nice ball. Come on. Nice shot.
ball.
Oh, Brozo. Okay.
Yeah, Brozovic does a great job in coverage. In
He's
Miles'
everywhere,
covers, he's amazing. I'm telling you, he's the real reason why Inter are in a position to challenge the Scudetto.
Inter,
every
they're
year.
getting beat right into the middle of the field because they're not doing much by crossing the ball and all the stuff. So verticalization of Inter is key right now. Look
Right
at
there,
that.
Look at that.
On the same touch.
He's
Boom,
got him
this is
open right
second
there.
goal.
Lautaro, one
Dumfries
time.
at speed.
Ah,
Don't foul him.
Zaleski and Dumfries.
Good.
mamma mia. What
Put
a
your hands
what a
down.
terrible
Relax.
Stop, man.
Relax.
Bravo, Di Marco.
Wow, Di Marco takes it. Lautaro to Di
Ooh.
Marco.
Rigore, fallo fuori
No,
area.
fallo fuori area.
Che fuori area. I think it's on the box, guys.
No. He got
It's
clipped
on
right
the
outside.
box.
Outside.
That was
Guys,
outside.
it's on the box. I'm telling you right now.
Whose side are you on
If they
here?
watch it, if they go over, it's
Are
on
they
the
gonna go?
We'll
box.
see.
I'm not going to review it,
me
but
see
I
it.
think it was
Wait till
outside.
Lanto's wrong right here.
No, he got him
Thank
outside.
God. Thank
So,
God
Anto,
I'm
what are
wrong.
you
God,
saying,
thank God
man?
I'm wrong.
Let's see this.
Ma che on the
no,
stomach.
no,
I
no,
just
come
said let's see it. I
on.
said let's see it. Yeah, it's a
no,
stomach.
the stomach, yeah.
From his angle, it might have looked like it because his knee was blocking him.
He went like.
Yeah, exactly. He made a little.
Oh,
Ecco.
Mancini's got a yellow.
There we go. Now he's getting in his face.
Mancini's a hothead, man.
He's always been like that,
Yeah.
though. That's never changed.
Came from Atalanta.
He's not having the best year this year, unfortunately.
No. Him or Ibanez.
From Atalanta also.
Ibanez, in the beginning of the year, he had a couple of goals here and there. He was playing pretty decent. But after that, he just kind of fell off it. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Smalling, I feel like, has to carry a lot of the weight
Mm-hmm.
from that defensive line.
What do you
Being
think,
the
a nice
most
goal from
experienced.
Çalhanoğlu here? You think so?
Çalhanoğlu.
Does he have the angle?
Direct,
Well,
you're saying?
considering he scored from the corner
Yeah,
flag
with
the
a
last time
goalkeeper
they
like
played
that,
them.
anybody can score.
Exactly.
He's not bad.
They got this guy here with all the beautiful Italian goalkeeper that there is
Mourinho
around.
got him. Mourinho wanted him.
Mourinho has
No,
the
but why?
Portuguese
Because he's
connection.
Portuguese?
Yeah.
There you go. Now
They
you
got
can
He's the
tell.
Portuguese national team goalkeeper.
connection.
Yeah, some sort of quid pro quo over there somewhere. Come on, just because he's Portuguese.
I
There
mean,
are so
he
many.
plays for the national team.
He's a
Come
national
on.
team goalkeeper. Plus, he was playing in England.
Anto,
with
it's your
Wolverhampton.
favorite term, national team player. He's a national team player. Look, he knows it. He's trying not to laugh.
He's grinning.
Hakan, ex-Milan star, right, Anto?
This you put it right towards the second post right there.
He's going to cross it to Skriniar back post.
Oh, he was going direct.
Mamma
that,
mia.
that was not a smart clearance.
Ooh.
That was not.
But they didn't call
a
the foul over there,
smart
Pete. He could have
clearance.
damaged somebody's face.
Could have damaged. They got great insurance, Anto.
You getting? Oh, they have it.
I'm sure.
They're gonna check. What? No.
They're gonna check what, Pete?
Not check nothing.
In case there is some end balls.
There's some foul play.
Nah, foul play, nothing. That was clean.
Guys,
on.
by the way, let me remind you something. If you're watching this podcast, you should put a like and subscribe, right, Mike? Like and subscribe.
I like it.
And the link. Do we have the new merchandise for the links and all that
Not
stuff?
yet. It is
Not
coming
yet.
soon, though,
New merchandise
right?
is coming.
Banto, it's looking good, the new merchandise, right?
Oh my God, that's what I wore in
Did you wear
Aruba all
in
the
Aruba?
time. All the time.
Did you get compliments?
A lot. Actually, to be honest with you, I got stopped by a bunch of IFTV
You
fans.
got recognized, right?
Well recognized.
You're like a superstar.
VIP, Veep.
Unfortunately, those three guys that they're stopping were Juventus fans, but nice kid though. I gotta tell you something.
That's
nice kids.
That's good.
Okay, and they promised to me that they might change their mind about Juventus. They might,
Switch to Milan?
to switch to AC Milan. So
Wow.
Okay.
what happened? Abraham is disappointing me on this game.
He's too by
totally.
himself.
He's too by himself.
But
He's
then
too
also
isolated.
you have both Skriniar
Guarda,
and De Vrij.
They verticalize very quickly.
Yeah. They must
Inter.
I mean, there's a game plan I hear because I think probably
Nice
Roma's
move.
having a hard time tracking the runners over the top. Especially Zalewski, he's more known for his ability.
He's playing him too
Attacking.
far back today.
Well, he's got to
That's it.
track back. That's the unfortunate thing.
Pellegrini.
He's got to be able to track with Inter's wingers.
Come on, use the speed on the wing.
Oh.
I noticed that Spinazzola finally got called up for the game. He's on the bench, so maybe
he's not playing.
you don't think he's gonna play.
What was it, Hakan that took it? Whoa, what a ball.
Again,
Come on, get that down.
Perisic sends it. Brozovic. Ooh, with a cut. Brozo with a cut inside. Shoot.
Oh my
What a goal! Brozovic doubles the lead for Inter in the 40th minute.
Wow.
Anto looks so
mia.
annoyed
no,
right
Roma,
now.
Roma, I have no clue. This is
Wow.
A lost ball right there.
they got
Wow.
no clue. They got no clue.
Wow.
They don't know how to
That
defend.
defending was poor.
They don't know how to defend.
All the midfielders are able to find
Guys,
space
this is
behind
like
the
a
defenders.
kindergarten.
They find the space behind the defenders. Then
That's
Brozer's able to
nuts.
dribble into
That
the
three-man
box.
backline's
What
not
a-
working.
Ooh, this could
Let's
be.
see if it could be on
Wow.
offside.
Could
be
be
offside.
Could be.
No, he's onside. Ibanez
Then here,
kept
look,
him.
Mancini. My God.
Wow, the
And even
horrible
rip-
defense.
It's a great shot, though. Look at that.
Yeah,
into
but
the
come on, you
corner.
can't let. There's three guys on it. Wow, that was
No, he
horrible
put it in the
shot.
seven.
Say
There's no way anybody stopping.
But you're
that.
not allowed to let him shoot that. That's the thing.
I know. I agree with you, but
You're in the,
The guys
box.
in- the guys
there's
in-
four guys on him.
the guy's got
you
4
know?
guys on
That's
him, and he's still able to
crazy.
put a ball like that in. That's impressive. That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I know your favorite guy.
Mommy.
Limone.
Let's see.
What
Let's
a
see.
goal.
I
What a
think it's a
goal.
goal, but
I think what else? It's not gonna be offsides. You're right.
I don't
think
know,
it'll be
Mike.
offside.
It could
No, I
be.
don't
No,
know.
could
offside doesn't
be.
exist for
On
Inter. We already
Cialanoglu.
established
That's
that.
not
Cialanoglu.
No,
Could be.
no.
Che fallo, che fallo.
No.
Wow.
2-0.
2-0.
Wow, they don't even. Did they check? Yes.
Of
or
course.
not?
They
Of
always
course
check. It's a silent
It's
check.
silent. Yeah, that was not a very bad defense from Roma. I don't know how they can come back from this
Wow.
match because they
That's
haven't
it.
really done anything.
Mourinho, I knew it. This from the very beginning. That's why I was realistic before the game. I said this is not Mourinho. Mourinho cannot cut the master for this kind of games. It's nothing to do with the players. Actually, that
You
shows
see,
me
what I think that they need to do right now is they need to make a couple of changes. They need to get El Shaarawy off the field because right there he's been
Nothing.
useless. You need to put Zaleski further upfield and maybe bring in Vigna or somebody else in that fullback role over there or that wingback role
I think
over
they
there.
need to play with 2 strikers.
They need to because right now
Because
Tammy's
go to
way
a
too
4-4-2.
isolated.
Go
It
to a
looks like they're playing
4-4-2.
with 5 less players. Their attack is non-existent right
They
now.
got punished 3 or 4 times with the same play.
And Inter,
Vertical
every opportunity
ball.
they have, they're taking every ball
Right.
and they're launching that counterattack. They're so good at that.
No, they're dominating exactly that. Yeah. Once Roma thinks that they have an opportunity on one end, they get burned on the other twice.
This is
maybe
Brozovic's
Roma-
second goal right after his injury, I think.
Right. Even
second or
Roma,
his third? I thought he had maybe
Roma,
3.
Roma, they seen
So
it that
good.
just passing the ball, nothing is happening
Because
again.
Inter, look how
Because
high
Inter-
they're
They
pressing.
try to go
They're not
over
letting
the
them
midfield.
do
They're
anything.
trying to pry
They're gonna
Inter
have
out
to
of
try
their
to go
half.
over the midfield. Too much.
They're not letting
El
them do
Shaarawy's
anything.
got
Go with long toss too, long toss.
No, but long toss isn't going to get you anything over there because
You never
Tammy's
know,
too isolated.
You never know.
He's too
Abraham makes the
isolated.
run. Abraham makes the run, and just trying to find the speed over there on the field. Maybe El Shaarawy on the left and Abraham right there in the middle. Just keep Inter on their heel. So you need to just go over the midfield. Inter is dominating the midfield right now. You have to just make sure you. There you go. Finally.
Yeah, but now where did that
That's a
get
good
you?
idea. That's a
There
good
you go.
idea. Try to go over. You're gonna go over.
Yeah, but you got to put the ball higher up
They're
than
not.
that.
They've been outplayed on the midfield.
With these little flicks, Jacob. Mannaggia miseria.
Mannaggia. It's winning 2-0 and he's still getting upset.
No, but I don't like these little flicks like that. Like, settle the ball. Hold that team up. Get fouled, and you bring the team up.
Look, they play scared. What the hell?
They are scared. Look at this.
There's not that much space. Look how
Nobody's making
Tammy's
the run.
by himself.
Run.
That's a good
Over there. Come on.
Etiquette!
Karsdorp.
Shame
Oh, they got it back. Karsdorp with the ball.
He's putting the ball behind Tammy. What is he doing?
But look at the defense from Inter. Look.
Yeah.
They're not letting them breathe.
Look at this.
Look,
Even
they
the
have no
ball
other
back.
option. They have no other option.
They have to pull out.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you guys that you're very high on this Mourinho. To me,
Oh, come on. He's
Come
won
on.
30. He hasn't lost a game
he
in
won
12
the
games.
triple. Say again, he won the triple
I
the
said he
350
hasn't
years
won-
ago, right? Nobody
He hasn't lost a
cares.
game in 12 games.
Nobody cares. He said.
I just think Roma has limits, unfortunately. We see it in the defense.
That's a weak
That's
point.
yeah.
What about the pressure? Put the pressure on. Put the pressure.
I mean, they're not pressing
Look at
as a
this.
team.
Look at this.
They're not pressing as a
It's a
team.
great move by Brozovic, man. He's got to switch it, Dumfries. On,
Oh, that's a
Oh,
foul.
fuck.
Advantage.
that's it. Come on.
Dumfries. Dumfries or Dumfries?
Dumfries.
Somebody's happy over here on my left.
He's not,
You wanna switch
he's not
seat,
satisfied yet.
Look
though.
how
Pete.
onside he is.
By the way, you're sitting on my red and black chair.
Switch
chair.
chairs. You gotta get him to switch chairs.
Switch
I'm all
chair.
happy.
Let's see if Peter's.
Come
Oh!
Get him to switch
He's gonna
chairs.
super glue himself on that, right? Up.
Pete,
Pete?
you need to switch seats.
He's gonna get the gorilla
Anthony,
glue.
you gotta
He's
get
not
him
moving.
out.
Mike, you set it up like that.
No, I didn't. He
Yes.
came before you.
I came here.
He came before you, though.
Oh, he came before me. So I
Uh-oh.
just switched the chair.
Oh, my God. It
Oh,
was
That's
for a
my
how it
second.
God.
works. If you came earlier on that would have been yours.
Man, Dumfries is a great player.
Guys, very disappointing right now from Roma.
Disappointing nothing. Look at the way the
The
Inter's dominating them.
goalkeeper is just
What do you want him to do there?
What do you want him to do?
nothing. He's got nothing.
Yo, Pete, ever since Hakimi leaving,
Look at him,
how
look at
well
him.
do you think Dumfries has covered that role?
Dumfries had a little bit of a tough start.
Which is
but I
normal.
think he got
Just-
used to
yeah.
Serie A. I think, he is a workhorse.
Now look
he's
at him.
gonna
Not
run-
throwing the ball away.
He got used to it
Up and
relatively quickly,
down.
in my opinion, too. Yeah.
He's going to run up and down. I think
That's a yellow.
No.
Inter's
It's a
ability
yellow.
to
Thank
use
you,
that
sir.
wing
There you
play
go.
is important for him to have that ability moving forward.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't look. He looks a little awkward sometimes when he's
what way?
running or when he's taking
the
a
attack, you're
shot or
saying?
crossing. But you know what? A lot of times he puts the ball where it has to be, and then especially on these crosses like this,
In the
I
back
think
post, yeah.
the ability to out jump any wing back and then score with a header is something that Hakimi
Couldn't do.
wasn't able to
Yeah.
do.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hakimi, obviously, for his skillfulness and his ability, he's a more
Technical player, Hakimi.
technical player, but even the way he plays, he's very graceful in how he runs and how he crosses.
Who said
and
bring
everything.
Vigna inside? You did?
Yeah.
That was a great idea. I think that's
you
what
need
Roma
to-
Yeah,
needs to
because
do.
it's-
Just bring
it's-
Vigna inside
the
and bring
left side-
Bring Veretout back in too, because they need somebody to just control the midfield a little better, and just play with two forwards. Just put Abraham and Sharawi right on top.
There's that
That's
half.
it.
Wow.
Mourinho, I'm sorry, you need to come to IFTV table over here to learn how to play and to place your team on the field, okay? So whatever happened on the past, that was then. Right now, you're not up to the speed.
So-
Not on my clock.
So halftime, 2-0 Inter up. What do we think on Roma? I don't think they can have a as bad of a half that they did it in this first one. So I still think if they can muster an earlier goal, I think game will still be
No,
on.
this
'Cause
game
they played
was
they
over
didn't-
before even started,
No,
Mike.
I don't think it's over.
No, I don't think
it's
it's
over.
far from over.
Roma
No, it's
have
over.
known to score a lot of late goals,
Guys,
and they
they're
have a
gonna
lot
go
of
for
weapons that
three.
they can
They're
bring
gonna go
in.
for three
Listen, I
because
think-
Roma they're gonna expose themselves right now because they're gonna try to put some number on the board, but they're gonna get punished by the speed.
Yeah, but what choice do you
That
have
they
at
don't
that
have
point?
the,
What choice do you have? You have to do something offensively
exactly.
now. You either go all in or you're done.
They have
That's what
nothing
I'm
to
the
lose.
reason why. Then now they're gonna force to go in, and Inter is gonna punish them
But
in contropiede.
they have nothing to lose right now, though.
They don't.
I know, and they lost the game already.
But
No, but
no,
he-
they didn't
Oh,
lose
they didn't lose
because
the game
we're
yet.
gonna see more of an attack in Roma.
Guys,
What
be
he's
realistic.
saying-
The game is
Yeah,
lost.
I get it in the counter
What he's
attack. I
saying
get what
is
you're
that
saying. We
Inter's too
understand.
solid defensively. Even by Roma, forcing their way up, they're going to leave themselves very open in the back, and Inter will be able to capitalize on that. I think that Roma still have the quality players moving forward to be able to challenge this Inter team. I think they're going to go in with, hey, we already lost this game, like Antonio said, it's 2-0 in the halftime, versus a team that's shooting for a Scudetto. They cannot lose this game at 2-0 in the halftime. So let's just play it. Let's see what happens, and risk all and a little more calm, but also you just got to be aggressive and take your chances.
Scared. Yeah.
So if Roma get a goal, I think it can open up the game, but I think, like Antonio, this game is not going to be opened up by Roma, and Inter are going to maybe hit that third goal.
They've been outplayed on midfield, man, not by little, by a lot. They've been outplayed. They have no plans. I see Roma on the field with no plans.
So far in the first half, I agree.
They need to make adjustments.
I think Inter and Roma for the first 25 to 30 minutes played pretty evenly. I think we saw what Inter were trying to do, because they did from the very beginning try to put the ball over the top and expose that Roma defense where they play a high line. They were pressing high, and they don't have the speed to be able to track the midfielders. And I think even Roma's midfield, their problem was that Dumfries and Çalhanoğlu, both who are not attackers, were being able to get behind the lines of the defenders. So there's a problem there where either the midfielders are not tracking, or the defenders not being able to switch off right away. And that's what happened on Inter's goal, where Inter were able to play. If you saw, it was a beautiful build-up to that first goal. It was 1, 2, 3, all first-time balls, and finding the man making that run into the midfield, who came from his right back position all the way into the midfield to go up the field.
To me, El Shaarawy is not the type of player that you want to use in this particular game. El Shaarawy, you put it in only when you have a goal of deficit and you're trying to catch up, and maybe you try to inject a little speed or a little something to make something happen right on top of that. But El Shaarawy been playing on the left-hand side over there. It's not cutting the masters to me. So to me, you need to Vigna, just go to a 4-4-2, and you leave maybe you put Abraham with another offensive player that.
I'll talk about the subs, but before I want to say a little.
Give me the subs, Mike.
I'll talk about the subs, but I just want to say Roma have 0 shots on target, so I don't think they can play a worse half than here. So I do feel like, I don't know if they'll get a point or something, but I do feel like they're going to be a much more dangerous side in the second half, and I do want to go and compare to Inter have 4 shots on target, and I do want to go to the substitutions here for Roma. They got Shomurodov, they got Carlos Perez. They got Felix Guillan. They got Maitland Niles, Diawara, Darboe, Veretout. They also have Spinazzola on the bench, but I don't know. He's not going to... Vigna, of course. And
unfortunately, I think this Roma team, they don't have anybody that's going to come in and change the game.
Nothing.
The only thing I could see is maybe Carlos Perez that comes in for El Shaarawy and is able to take on the man. He's a little bit more vivace, or even Afina, where he's more aggressive in his movements and create something.
Well,
but I think the Inter
Carlos Perez for El Shaarawy, and then put Vigna to solidify the defense, go to a 4-4-2.
Or what you can even do is you can even move Zaleski further upfield and then fill in.
Shomurodov is not going to do anything.
Shomurodov was pretty decent in the beginning of the season, but he hasn't been playing much.
Look at that. What the hell are they doing? Look at that. Where was... I mean...
They left him...
Even
Ibanez got blown away by Dumfries.
This Ibanez, very disappointing, man. I got to tell you something. This guy here...
But this was even worse. Look at this.
Look at Karsdorp. Did you see his lacking and tracking back?
Yeah, he got burned for that reason.
Even Mancini, you're one-on-one with Brozovic. You got to know that...
Slide on
but besides sliding, you have to know that Brozovic is going to look to cut into his right. So you have to try to shield him out to that left side.
You can't let him get that opening.
It's easier said than done. But, just... Listen, Inter had those 2 opportunities, and they scored them.
I want to read Inter's bench also. They got Sanchez, Correa, Vecino, Darmian, Gagliardini, Goshens, Bastoni, Ranocchio. Wow, they got a lot of players.
3 national teams.
Listen,
Vidal's out, so he's not going to come in.
Oh, Vidal's not coming in. The first time he's not going to come in.
Yeah.
So I think Perisic has been a little bit sottotono. He's not
the most included in
as how he usually played. And I think I give credit to Karsdorp to tracking Perisic. But this is a good game, maybe in how you put in Gozens, who I think you're not losing anything with a left fullback like that. It's an important game for him to get some minutes in and feel part of the cause. And I think Inzaghi's subs now are just going to be able to, close the game out, manage some players' time.
Do you bring in Gosens at halftime or do you wait?
No, you wait. There's no need to change anything right now. You're 2-0.
In the driving seat.
And then you're able to kill the game.
Mourinho all he's going to try to do right now is just to limit the figuraccia, what we call in Italian. The figuraccia means a bad showing and an embarrassing defeat. All he's going to try to do is say, guys, let's try to keep it at 2-0 because they have no chance of getting the game back on track.
We were this close to seeing Roma open up with the in the lead 1-0, and then literally a minute after Dumfries scored. So, figuraccia, yes, because you can go down 2-0 at half, but I think Inter have been clinical, which has been something that I've always complained about this Inter team, where we miss a lot of our chances. And Inter this time, the first chance, the real chance that Dumfries had, he put it in.
If you're Pete,
Brozovic's goal is a goal of class that he created on his own.
But I give him credit, but then I gotta say Roma shouldn't have let that in. Not taking anything from Brozovic. You have 4 players. He's in the box. You can't let him turn out your whole defense and score that.
But Mike, let's
I don't want to take anything away from Brozovic.
Let's focus on Mourinho. You always put Mourinho on the top of the pedestal of the pedestal. So just how much on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of the blame is Mourinho and how much of the blame it's the individual play
for that goal?
Yeah, for the fact that Inter is up 2-0 right now. Just go ahead, Pete. Let's go.
It was poor defense.
I personally think it's la bravura.
So individual player make the difference right now.
Of Inter.
But what about Mourinho placing the game on the field? How much
you saying
think is a factor?
His lineup that he put on the field right now?
Or the tactics? What are you saying?
He's also limited in what he can do. I think
he's missing Cristante.
He's trying to match up to this Inter team, and unfortunately, his defense is not up to the par.
But let me rephrase myself. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give Mourinho? Just give me a number.
As far as what his problems, I can give him 50% of it, but then
it's
at
a
the
5.
End, at 5. Because
Mike,
I would say
what's your number on Mourinho?
Yeah, he takes blame, probably 4 or 5. But the goals that he conceded were from the players. Mourinho, what's he gonna? At that point, there was 3 players in the box.
But look at the way the defense got caught. So,
but that's more.
Mike, give me the number. Mike, 5, 4. What is it?
I put it probably 6.
6. Yeah. How about you, Sebastian?
I'd say a 4 because of the fact that he understands that this is not going to be an easy game to win, obviously. So he puts the team that he feels that is best prepared to be able to do the job that he's looking to he set out to do. And again, in those situations, you get caught once on sul contropiede. You can't really blame the manager for that because of the fact that you got caught out like that.
I get that part, but also they have 0 shots
I got a better
score.
So that has
something to do with Mourinho's
I got a better score for you. I'll give him a 3. I'll tell you the reasons why. 3 defenders, bad. You don't play 3 defenders against Inter.
That's how they've been playing.
Because they got the speed. They got 5 midfielders. It's Inter does 3-5-2, but when they defend 5-3-2. Okay.
But Roma had speed also.
Exactly.
One second. Speed-wise,
look at these numbers.
Speed-wise,
look at the possession.
Really? Doesn't matter. The possession. Listen, the side by side.
I didn't expect
that at
all.
Listen to me.
Almost 59% possession from Roma in the first half.
Listen,
weird, right?
Roma possession we call a dentifricio possession. Listen, paisani. Roma possession is called the dentifricio possession. You know what dentifricio is? That you take a little toothpaste, you put it on the toothbrush, and you do side by side. Inter does up and down.
The vertical passes. They're not doing the vertical passes.
So they don't do the up and down at the Roma. So all they do side by side. So the possession that is a side by side, it's a 0 possession. I give no credit to that kind of possession. And you don't win on percentage of possession over here. So it got caught 2-3 times because the defenders were outplayed and they were outnumbered on speed. And then it got caught because Inter is playing the wings. And he doesn't have it. He doesn't have one cross into the box except for the corner kick, Mourinho. Nothing. He's got nothing over there. So he's got outplayed in the midfield. He's got outplayed defensively, and he's got outplayed, on the offensive side. Abraham didn't touch the ball. That's why I gave him a 3. Three major upsetting setup. defense, midfield, and offense.
I
He
agree.
didn't get anything right.
Inter outplayed,
Zero.
Inter
He
outplayed
outclassed them.
Roma in the
Yeah.
first half 100%, but now the second half, they got to prove that they have nothing to lose. They're going to play with less nerves and in a more calm environment, I think. Because there's let's give it our all. I think they're probably going to have to change a player or two in the second half if they don't do anything. And I just want to say a comment on it. We got some, it seems like Inter fans. I'm going to read one. They said Milan could only blame themselves for blowing their chances. And now with the last 5 tough games, they might lose their second place at the end. I predict they'll finish 3rd place.
Pessimistic.
And who's this, by the way?
We got. I'm assuming he's an
Say
Inter
it.
fan.
Say the name.
His name is Fuong.
Fuong.
What do you think about him?
I think Fuong might have a point over there because we had a lot of opportunities. We got penalized a couple times, but we had our opportunities to just stretch our lead.
Do you agree with him?
I think partially, but tell him not to count
can
his
hear
chicken
you.
before they hatch. Fuong, Mr. Fuong, don't count your chicken before they hatch because the campionato is still on. But at the same time, as you said, I agree with you. AC Milan blew their chances when to close down the campionato, but we didn't start the campionato, to win the campionato. We start to make the Champions League.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But we're still on the run.
But
we're not going to give
Anto, you
up.
had them doing the
Who did you
Scudetto,
predict to
and
win
a
the
few weeks
Scudetto?
ago with all the calculations that you did, you had a lot of them winning those games, and they drew a few of those. So do you think they self-imploded, or you think they could still
it's
do it?
not over yet.
You think they could still do it?
It's not over, Mike. It's
Okay.
not over. Okay?
So for the people in the chat, it's not
Until
over.
the
Not
fat
over,
lady
guys.
sings.
It's
not
until
over
the-
till it's over.
Until the chubby lady sings,
chubby
it's
lady,
not
yeah.
over. Okay? I hope Roma doesn't. It surprises me with all the bad stuff that I said about the way they played and about Mourinho. Maybe if they listen to my comment, they said, "My God, Antonio's right. Let's see if we can change it. If we can make him look bad. I wish they can make me look bad and they can
an
score
Inter
a
fan
tie."
actually said something. Ying, he said, "I love Inter, but I like Anto and his analysis." So
like that.
Anto, even though you're not an Inter fan, you're showing that you're not biased. It's
I
very
like
good
Ying.
from you.
I like Ying. Ying,
You're
where are
telling
you?
the truth.
Ying, where are you?
Where
If you're
are
over
you,
here,
Ying?
just
Where
come.
are you?
Ying is home.
Oh,
King is home.
I know. Where are you? I mean, maybe it's around the neighborhood in Brooklyn. Or
Also, Tari said it's no shame to lose to the champions of Italy. So are we being a little harsh on Roma? Because, Inter are the champions of Italy, the best team on paper. We can say the best roster in Serie A. Are we being a little tough on them or
It's
no?
not being harsh.
No.
Usually the games end 2-0. Already the first half ended finished at 2-0. Obviously, there's still another half. Roma could come back and play and give some trouble to Inter. But I think we have to criticize what we see. We see a Roma team that for 25, 30 minutes were playing on the par with Inter, but we saw that they were going to have some run into trouble because Inter were going for that vertical pass, like Antonio said, over the top. And we saw that there was a couple of times Inter had the opportunities. So
That's a beautiful picture of Allegri.
Cringy.
Mamma mia.
Guys, you got a
Yeah.
nice picture of Allegri over here.
Guys.
That's him at
It
home
was
right
in
now watching
Gazzetta,
this.
actually. I took a screenshot of it.
Okay, the
And I
great.
saw that
Hey, by the
group
way, the great one. If you're listening to IFTV,
Special one.
Oh, the
Special.
special one. If you're listening to IFTV, I'm gonna give you a tip, okay? You special idiot. Listen to me. Listen to me. You have to exploit the fascia. You need to put some speed on the wings and try to cross the ball into the middle with the hope that Abraham makes a connection with the staff. So I hope you're listening to us. And I just try to limit the damage, okay? Limit the damage and maybe a miracle. I believe in miracles, okay? So let's see if you can. I hope I can cut my tongue. And I said I hope I misspoke, but I want Roma obviously to try to tie the game. It's not gonna happen, but let's see what kind
never
of
know.
let's see what the guy is gonna do. This Mourinho, I'm telling you, I'm very disappointed with this guy here.
So, guys, the second half is underway. We got amazing analysts. We weren't listening to them much. Marco,
special
Mike,
one.
Matteo,
Papi.
and, of course, Papi. Watching in the studio over there. We got the link in the description. For the people that are asking, 7-day free trial, make sure to click it. Second half is underway. And, P, we got a comment for you asking, was selling Lukaku the best decision Inter did, seeing how this season is going?
Well, I don't think it was Lukaku's problem. I think Lukaku's in this team. Maybe we're up by a lot more points.
I think considering the money you got and considering you guys are reliant on not just a player, goals are coming through different ways.
But I think that comes to Inzaghi coming into the team, because if Inzaghi's in the team, even with a Lukaku, I see other players the way that we've been playing, we would score. I think with Lukaku, we would be more lethal on the counter attack for sure, because of his speed and pure power.
But would they rely on him too much? Because I don't think we'd be seeing as you think.
I disagree. Okay. I think we saw a Lukaku Lautaro matchup that played a lot better than a Dzeko Lautaro right now. Yes, I understand the point made as far as having that money to be able to use, but aside from a Gosens and maybe Correa that we're looking to get on, we have a loan option to buy or obligation to buy. We didn't spend that money in any particular way. Çalhanoğlu was a free transfer. Dzeko was a free transfer. Dumfries, yes, but it was a rather cheap operation considering
all he's done.
What he's done, and I think they bought him for, if I'm not mistaken, 12 million, and I think there's also right now he's valued at 35-40 million. And that's what Serie A is able to do as a Serie A league, right? There's a certain importance, the games that he's played and the Champions League that he's played. So his value increased. Okay. And a lot has to be, I think, you give credit to Inzaghi.
And there's a lot of reports saying that maybe he can come back on loan. Would you welcome that?
Lukaku?
Yes. Or you think he'll mess up the dynamic? What do you think? Because Dzeko kind of fell a little bit from the beginning of the season.
I think Lukaku fits in perfect with this Inter team. It's that number 9 target striker that Inter are looking for. Dzeko, we all know his age, and we all know what he was, what he's able to do. And I think if we had another suitable number 9, he wouldn't have all these minutes played. We unfortunately do not have a replacement of his size as a target striker, so he's always that target striker. Lautaro, although he plays number 9 for Argentina, he's a completely different player.
Ooh, Pellegrini.
This is that little chance.
Pellegrini, come on.
But
Cazzo!
Huge chance for Roma once the second half started.
See, Roma's fired
Great
up
from
now.
Di Marco,
but you know what? Pellegrini hesitated way too long.
He did.
Long.
As Sharawi made his cut already, he should have passed that ball quickly.
He hesitated. You're right.
But like I said, a goal here changes the whole outcome of this game.
Come on. Nah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Boy.
Come on, put that in the middle.
Pellegrini
Give it to Tammy.
sends one in.
Give it to Tam. No.
Mkhitaryan scuffs it and goes out. Wow.
Looked like something from Bay 8th. My God.
Alan said, does everyone remember when everyone were putting Milan out of top 4 after the winter transfer market?
I did. I said that Milan weren't going to be able to. Yeah, no.
I respect it.
I said with Juventus making the additions, everyone else making additions, Milan kind of got stuck without doing anything. Yeah. But you know what? So the person that said it, yes, I predicted them to step out, but I bet you with a winter transfer move in as a number 9, as a striker, would have done Milan a lot of justice, or maybe another defender, or maybe another midfielder. It would have added to Milan's ability to potentially win the Scudetto.
Right.
And not having that extra player there,
there's a pep in Roma stuff
Look at Ibanez. Look at Ibanez.
Oh, no! I thought that was a perfect pass.
I thought so too.
Ibanez sends one to Tammy, but from our angle, it looked like it would have been an assist, but it goes too far.
Wow.
Roma,
they
the
got
first
the
few,
spark.
Mourinho had a little hype halftime show or something.
He went in the locker room and he said to them, guys, we got to do something. Come on.
Oh. Pete, give me your chair.
Let's switch. You want to have my chair? Anto, come on.
No, actually, it's very uncomfortable, that one.
Very uncomfortable.
He's comfortable now. Look at him. He's been sitting comfortable for 45 minutes.
Mike, let's see. Maybe I'll change with you. Mike.
The only thing with that, it's not going to fit over there.
Oh, yeah? Maybe I'll sit over there.
That's why I put it there.
Maybe I'll sit over there. Or you got the computer.
I have the stuff here.
Who is this guy here?
You should have come earlier.
I can't believe
Come on
it.
time. You don't come on time. That's what happens.
My makeup artist was stuck.
Oh, okay.
It was stuck.
Oh, by the way, Mike, we should have a makeup artist. Why don't we have a Mike?
Makeup artist? You want makeup now?
No, for the,
For what?
for the
You want
camera
makeup?
and all the stuff.
You want me to put mascara on?
No,
you.
no. You
Get all the blush.
We'll get someone.
But you just got a tan. You were in Aruba. What
I
makeup
just
do
saw
you need?
spoiled Brandon now. He goes on a little vacation, Goes on a little sparkling water, and now he wants everything.
Wants all
Peter-
the bells and whistles.
Peter, we got a comment for you. Maybe a little critical, but you
Good.
know we got to say the good and the bad over
Yeah.
here, right? Not
Of
just the
course.
good. He said Peter took a big L. He said Milan won't finish in top 4, and now they're challenging Inter for the title. Inter underperforming because Milan is not a ready team for the title yet.
No. First off, I think nobody would have
Mamma
expected
Mamma
what-
mia.
Why didn't go?
the,
That was a foul.
the downfall
He
of
went
Inter
flying.
from January to February, where they weren't. I think
A
they
huge
were.
slump.
Forget about slump. They were one of the worst teams in Serie A.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Okay, with
They
points
couldn't-
won.
they couldn't win a
So
game.
Inter threw away those points, and then now Milan. Yes,
Ooh, Ibanez got clipped.
the only reason why Milan's still on top or Inter still has the opportunity to win is because all three of them, to be quite honest, and between Napoli also, none of them are this superpower. None of them are these top teams. So the mediocrity, right, of the top teams right now have led us to still have a Scudetto race. Because any other year you would have had a powerhouse team that would have easily won
Look
out
at
the
Tammy,
games.
he's trying to wave
Look at
up the rest of
Milan. Milan dropped points to Salernitana, dropped points to Bologna, dropped points
Spezia.
Spezia. So like too many bottom half teams. And then look at Napoli. Napoli can't win a game at home. I mean, you can't win the Scudetto and lose or drop points at a home match.
Okay, Pete, you won the Scudetto. Big deal. Nobody cares.
Yeah, you
No
don't
one
care.
cares.
Okay, Pete.
You know what I care about? The 2 stars. That's
Oh,
what I care about.
boy.
What are you gonna do with the stars, Pete? I got another star
Put it-
with me. I'll give it to you. You want another star, Pete? I'll give it to
Come
you.
on, get that.
So, Anto, we
Nice
all
defending.
know your beautiful city of Bari is getting promoted.
B.
Serie A
To
B.
Serie
Getting
B.
promoted. Got
Bari.
promoted already, Mike. Not getting.
promoted.
Getting.
got-
is
they got
getting
promoted.
promoted.
They
I'm saying
clinched
getting
promotion.
promoted. I'm saying they're going. That's what I mean.
We are. Yeah, we are.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
So we all know who runs it. Another southern
Yes,
southern
it's the
team's
De
owner's
De
son.
Laurentiis son.
Yes.
And by next year, you would have to sell either Napoli or Bari.
And they had a nice little quote. He was talking today, I believe, yesterday on the radio. And his name's Luigi. I don't know if you guys knew Luigi De Laurentiis. He said there's a lot of reports on if Ibra's going to sign or not. Ooh, Lautaro sends one, goes for a corner. There's a lot of reports of Ibra's going to sign or not for Milan. And they brought it up to Luigi. They said, and Luigi responded, Ibra amuses me so much. Bring him to Bari at 41 years old. Why not? And he laughs. He said, we want to bring Ibra it's a restaurant in Bari. I want to see if you know it. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's all consonants over here. It's
Vediamo.
Der alla Lanze.
Della Lanz.
Okay, I don't
Guys.
E son 3!
And
Lautaro
I
on
didn't
the
see
corner
it.
kick.
I didn't see it, Pete.
me neither.
Don't worry, worry about your body
Lautaro makes it
restaurant,
3.
please.
Guys, Della Lanz is
Wait, let me
nearby.
finish the thing. and
Okay,
then I'll
let
say
me
it.
see. Let me see the goal first.
Wow.
Mamma mia.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they
They're
surrounded
called-
the
they're
surrounded
called-
the ref.
Is there something to be disallowed?
Well, the Roma players are all swarming the ref right now. Let's see. Is there a foul?
No. What the hell is there? There's nothing there.
That's
Over
not
there, they're
foul.
saying over there.
They're saying
somewhere.
there's another foul.
They're
Look,
saying from
back there.
before.
Somebody had Smalling
That
went
looked
down.
like a Roma player got pushed him.
Let me see. No, they're
No,
both
he ran
dead.
into each
They
other.
collided. They collided with
collided
each
into one
other.
another.
It was a Roma fan. that
What do
did
you
it.
want? What foul? He got pushed by his own teammate and he fell on the floor. My, get
Yeah,
out
that's a
of here.
goal.
Wow.
They collided with each other. Those two
Lautaro,
idiots.
not known for scoring headers, but
Come si
left
gol.
open.
Wow.
Bravo. That's what I said. You want to win the campionato, you got to be the
Grande.
guy to score every week.
These are
And he's
these are
doing
the
it.
games you need to really do it.
Grande,
What a huge
grande
performance.
Mourinho. We
Because
love
now-
you, Mourinho. You still keep
Because now when Inter schedule
embarrassing
moving
yourself.
forward, they don't have as many other
Guys,
threats potentially.
so Mike, to go back to the guy.
I'm gonna say the quote. I'm gonna finish this. We want Ibra at how do you pronounce it?
Della Lanz.
Della Lanz. To have breakfast consisting of peroni, raw octopus, and focaccia.
Yes,
So
sir.
what is
even
this
Ricci,
place?
even Ricci, you can have even some sea urchin.
Sea urchin.
Okay, so,
So what is
Della
this
Lanz.
place?
Della
Yeah.
Lanz is nearby Il Teatro Margherita in Bari.
It's famous.
Yes. And that's where everybody, they go over there and they tenderize the octopus. They hit the octopus on the rock. And then they tenderize them. They put them in this vasche, this like container.
Yeah.
And li arricciano. Arricciare means to make them curly at the bottom and then tenderize.
Okay.
They're so good, guys. And then over there is somebody that is going to open sea urchin. Is going to get a nice piece of bread like the baguette that we have over here at Villa Bari or Fornaretto, whatever, the best bakery. We have a lot of beautiful bakeries in Bari. And then you scoop all the eggs of the sea urchin and you eat them right there. And a nice peroni. And that's it. Abraham Ivanovich, if he does come to Bari, he's going to become a
living legend.
A living legend.
So, Anto, my question for you is, would you want him to re-sign with Milan, or do you want him to go to Bari?
I know he was lining
that was
this thing
the
up.
question, Baizal. You got to answer this.
These are the tough questions.
Okay,
A lot of Milan fans on this chat, by the way.
Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. What is the next question, Mike?
You got to answer.
Come on.
All your
Well,
cousins
listen,
will love him over there,
I
right?
don't know. Listen, Ibra is on border time right now. I mean, he's not playing a match because he's dealing with his body aches, and we would love to keep him in AC Milan because him and Maldini, they know how to read the game and how to read who's got talent and who doesn't have talent.
Yeah,
so
but if he doesn't play, what are you going to do?
well, he's going to be into the dirigenza. He's
But
going
he
to
does
be
help-
some sort of a scouter.
He does help as
still
like
wants to play.
a personality.
He wants to continue.
I don't know
to
if he's going to be able to play one extra year because the
mean,
last season hasn't played much.
This
so
season, he's barely
he
got a
barely
game.
stepped into the field.
I don't
Although
know.
one interesting thing, not to go on a completely different topic, but he's had more game time than Rebic has this year.
Yeah, Rebic.
Which
Rebic has
I
been
found very
heavily
interesting. I
injured.
saw the other day.
That was interesting.
Yeah, Rebic.
He was a
Rebic-
huge part last season for Milan, and now this season he's been.
Yeah, he was
since
crucial
the
last
injury,
year.
since
11
the injury,
goals,
Mike, he
7
never
assists.
came back healthy. So we don't know. There is a lot of stuff that they're not going to tell you and me, even though I got connection over there, but they're not telling me. So
The connection's
they
not
wanna
even
keep
telling
it
you. What do
quiet,
you mean?
yeah. So they want to keep it quiet. Maybe Rebic is going to be a part of the.
Well, it looks like they're trying to replace him right now.
Yes. I like Rebic a lot, but
Yeah.
this year he hasn't been a factor for AC Milan.
He hasn't
But,
done enough this year.
Guys, if you really wanted to hit some great seafood, you just come down to Ndera La Lanza. This is dialect, and that means at the bottom of La Lanza. La Lanza is like a little boat, okay? La Lanza, Ndera La Lanza. That's where they take the rowboat on the drive.
Okay,
So
I got you.
they
To the
just
port,
bring
to
them
the
down.
port.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of del Molo Sant'Antonio, they call it, okay? Molo Sant'Antonio, okay? And from there, you actually you have a spectacular view of the two cathedrals. You have the Basilica di San Nicola and la Cattedrale. The basilicas were nearby Cassano house,
Used to play,
and the
yeah.
cathedral,
So you got a
Actually-
nice little view over there.
yeah,
right?
it's beautiful. It's
Great
beautiful.
food, great view. That's nice.
But you guys have Peroni and focaccia for
We got
breakfast?
everything:
For
Peroni,
breakfast?
focaccia, sea urchin, octopus, everything.
I heard.
We got nothing but the best food.
Anto, I always hear fights with a lot of Sicilians saying, if you're gonna have to go anywhere in the south, it has to be Sicily over Bari. And I bring it up. They said it's better than Puglia. I don't know.
I would say that Sicily's got stuff that we don't have in Puglia. Like they have beautiful oranges and they have a beautiful, beautiful pasticcini. But the Puglia is the place to be. I mean, not because I'm making it.
What do you think?
I
on
mean,
that?
I personally don't think that one is necessarily better than the other. I think that they're just both a little bit different and they have great things that they
So
both
what do you
offer.
recommend? Say I'm going. I can only go one city in the south or one region. Where
Well,
should I go? Sicily or
I obviously
Puglia?
have bias, so I'm both Sicilian and Calabrese from both my mother and my father's
Okay.
side. So obviously, I lean more towards away from Bari, but Bari is still very beautiful. I went there once, I remember years ago, and I've been dying to go back to get some of the octopus and boyadishi over
But
there.
guys, I want you to be the judge. So go on Google or just go some of the
You
best
gotta go there in
website.
person. Why don't you set up a
No,
tour?
no. What I'm
Set up a
saying,
tour.
Set up a tour.
we can
You
do
want
that.
a tour with
What should we
IFTV
name it?
Antonio?
we can make
Anto
it.
Tours?
Tour with Anto.
On tours.
Tour with
Antours.
Anto.
On tours. On tours.
Guys,
On tours.
Guys,
We're going to make it happen, Antonio.
On tours.
Guys,
That's it.
Google the region. Puglia is one of the most beautiful regions, not of Italy, of all the Europe and the world. They
let's not
say.
get
I'm not
crazy.
making this up. Go to Puglia, Puglia, and see what's there.
Where do you go? How do you
Where do
go?
you- how do you go?
And watch and
go
they're
with the
gonna
rowboat.
they're gonna rate it for you.
Oh,
and
Hans, you go
you're
there with
gonna
that,
see
with
it.
the-
You're
Who's
gonna
rating
see it.
Is it Puglia Federation?
No, Americans are rating. Americans are Argentinian, Brazilian. For everybody that goes over there, they have rating.
who are
And
these
they
people?
rated the region.
And who are these people?
The
They are-
best
are they
region.
Where's the
expert?
accreditation?
Are
Where
they
is it?
expert?
The best
Of
region
course.
in all
Region.
Europe right now. Okay.
This guy's just making stuff as he
I'm
goes.
not, Mike. They
the
can
best
come.
continues with
They
the
can
story in
come.
his head.
Actually, you should be googling tutoring yourself since you are in front of the
I
PC
will,
over there.
The PC.
PC.
You know what a PC is?
He's got a Mac.
So we'll go to Barianto, and then we'll go to Sicily.
Absolutely.
And then if we want a real experience, we'll go to Greece right after.
Guys, this is starting like a joke, but we can set up.
very
We can
sick.
set up an IFTV
Sounds like a
tour over
plan.
there, and I'm gonna be touring you around the Cassano where he was born and where he was playing soccer,
Nice.
where he was practicing and all that kind of stuff. Okay.
That's good, that's
Plus,
good.
I'm gonna bring you to nice restaurants on Derala Lands, and we're gonna have raw seafood, so you can judge it for yourself.
I like that.
I like that.
As that
You
with
know
the
what?
pepperoni.
You know what?
With the pepperoni.
And maybe a
The
boat,
Barese breakfast,
a
I
nice
want
boat,
that.
a nice boat ride.
Boat ride, absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, the boat ride will be alla festa di San Nicola, the San Nicholas, the patronal feast, where they take the saint, they place them on the boat, and they have this procession on the ocean that is spectacular. Just Google that up. I'm not making this
nice.
up. It's just one of the most breathtaking religious events
That's
because,
nice.
as you guys know, Santa doesn't live on the North Pole; he lives in Bari.
Wow.
Okay.
So he doesn't need his.
He doesn't come with the sled and with the
and the reindeer.
the
elves.
reindeers. Okay.
They come with the goats instead, right?
Rudolph is an Anna Barese typical name. So
Rodolfo.
Rodolfo, ok?
Oh,
E metticela dentro!
Mkhitaryan gets it back.
No, Roma,
These
forget
are
it.
all over Roma. Not
Look
letting
at
them
him,
breathe.
the special one. What's so special about this guy here? I don't know. Mike, you're more special than him if they ask
I
me.
appreciate it, Anto.
What are you trying to say?
No, because Mike at least he's got a little brain. This guy's got no
little
brain.
brain?
I got
This
a little
Mourinho's
brain.
got no brain. Mike has got a lot more soccer acumen than Mourinho. Okay?
I mean, he won a triplete, so that's a big compliment. Anto.
Yeah, Mike, I'm
huge
trying to make you a
compliment.
compliment, and you are saying now that I'm wrong.
No, I said that's
I'm
a huge
saying that you are
compliment.
No, he's
smarter than
accepting the
Mourinho, and
compliment.
now you're taking it back.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I said that's
Okay.
that's a big compliment. I'm not agreeing with you, but
Ok.
You could say
that's
you're
a big
agreeing.
compliment.
Oof.
Che imbarazzo della...
But what's Mourinho waiting for to make a
Ma
substitution at this point?
niente. Like Peter said, it's not really much to choose from. What is it?
Boo said, Mike, have you been to Rhodos? So Rhodos is a Greek island that's filled with butterflies. It's known
Filled
for
with butterflies?
Yeah.
Wow, I've
it's
never heard
known
that before.
specifically for the
And
butterflies.
what we're going to do with the butterfly? We heat them?
No, it's like a a lot of cinematic views over
oh,
there.
beautiful.
So, I've never
Picturesque.
been, but I definitely gotta go.
What's
for
the name of
sure.
the island again?
Well, in Greek it's Rhodos.
Rhodos.
In English it's
Rhodos.
I think it's like I think it's Rhodes in English.
Rhodes. Rodi.
But in Greek it's Rhodos.
Mike,
Roma have 0. Yeah, I want to read the subs
Go
from
ahead.
Roma because right now,
nothing.
I mean, we said it. So far, Mourinho has
No,
not
Inter.
done a
They
single
set it all
sub.
themselves back.
Well,
That's
they
it.
don't have to do anything.
I
They don't have to do
I
anything.
think
They
they
get to
gotta.
sit back
I
now
think
for
they
the
just
rest
gotta
of
do
the game.
5 subs because there's literally and just
Go,
see what
Mike, go,
happens.
Mike, go.
Perez, Shomurodov, Felix, Gian, Milan Niles, Diawara, Darbo, Bove, Veretout.
I think
Villa.
garbage time is going to start in 5 minutes, and
I mean,
then
it's
Mourinho
30
is going to
minutes
try to
left.
look.
They gotta do something,
Guys, for someone like you, I'm sure you know what's garbage time. Garbage time, and when a coach understands that the game is out of reach, and he's going to start to pull some of his best starter because he wants to make sure they don't get injured for the next game coming up. If they still want to have a chance to win and compete for one of the 4 spots for the Champions League or the UEFA. So at this point, watch. First of all, Correa is coming in for
Dzeko.
Limone. I mean, Limone is bringing Correa inside,
Maybe for
but
Lautaro,
I don't
actually.
see. Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't see Mourinho, the special one, starting to
make
subs
subs. I'm
subs the
surprised.
things
I'm
up.
surprised by Mourinho though. They're down 3-0,
Nothing.
30 minutes left.
Nothing.
Gotta bring someone in.
Maybe Inter. They called him on the side and they said, "Why don't you make us win
Ole.
easy, and we'll take you to dinner."
In
Okay?
other news, Roma are in the semifinals of the Conference League. They are, I don't know if you guys know, against Leicester City. So it's going to be a very tough game, but, you know, they could do it. If they,
Coming up when, Mike?
it is next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
The Thursday.
Okay,
You think
guys.
they could do it against Leicester? It's going to be a tough
Oh,
game.
I'm sure they can.
They've been doing very well in the Conference League.
Plus, you know that the special one knows the English Premier League, so
That's
the
true.
guy he knows everything. He's got it all. Okay, so guys, listen. Changing gears over here, or switching gears. Let me say switching gears.
Yeah.
Just focus a little bit of your time after soccer. If you have a little spare time, watch the Formula One Grand Prix of Imola. This is in
Imola,
Italy again.
Imola.
Emilia Romagna. The pasta is very good over there. The fettuccine is very good over there. The bolognese, the parmigiano,
Hopefully
the grana padano,
hopefully
the mortadella
Ferrari's
San
good tomorrow.
Daniele. Guys, the Emilia Romagna is one of the region in Italy that being placed on the north. It's one of the best region where you want to eat. Okay, so I'm not all the time just bringing the Puglia on top
they
of the
good
table.
over there, right?
They very well, very well. So, and again, Ferrari this year is on the top of the.
Carlos Perez and
The
Venetu
food
checking
chain.
in.
No, Ferrari is coming from Emilia Romagna, is coming from Modena, Maranello, and this year we found the way to outplay the competition by just implementing one of the most sophisticated, one of the most sophisticated gadget to keep the car from bouncing nell'uscita del rettilineo, meaning coming out nell'uscita della curva, coming out of the curve. So
How do you do it? What do you do? What's the
so
gadget?
well, it's
Is it patented?
well so far
Only
Ferrari
has it.
yeah, Ferrari has it so far,
And
and
other guys know.
well, it's not that they don't have it. They didn't optimize. They didn't optimize the use of
And
this.
so what? It saves you a couple of seconds on the.
No,
Well, it gives you more
in
downforce
Formula
on the
One,
turn.
in Formula One, a 10 of seconds, it's a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
So
It cuts down
if
on-
you're talking
based on
about
laps.
a second, it's like
No, I know that.
light
What I'm
years
trying to
ahead
say,
of the competition.
The accumulation of.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying when the car's coming out of the turn before, the car would bounce a little bit more. Now the car is a lot more slick and has a lot more better downforce coming out of the turns when they're able to then accelerate going off, and they're able to save a lot of time through those curves because of this gadget he's talking about. Yeah.
But I'm saying over a long one because how many? There's a lot of turns in Formula One, no?
Yeah,
Laps.
well,
I mean, over 100.
Well, in especially in Imola, they have the varianti ascari and they have le acque, i cordoli delle acque minerali. So over there is where the car, if you want to cut closer and you want to eliminate your time to approach the curve, you have to go over the cordolo. The cordolo is
The safety.
no, the cordolo is the concrete. The concrete
ramp that they kind of have. Not a ramp.
it's like the side,
Yeah.
the side. So it's very 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 interesting to see the way Ferrari they approach the curve and the way they came out with the speed without the car just bouncing off the rettilineo. We're talking about speeds that we are over 300 miles an hour.
Anto, DP said, what do you think of the sprint race today? Unfortunately, Charles got overtaken at the end because of some graining. I don't know what that means.
Would it be, repeat the question again?
Anto, thoughts on the sprint race today? Unfortunately, Charles got overtaken at the end because of some
By
graining.
who? By Verstappen?
I have no idea.
Well, Charles Leclerc is the Formula One, one of the Ferrari pilot, and I guess qualification was done already. It's been
the curb, by
finished.
the way, it's called the curb.
Yeah,
The curb, yeah.
Yeah, but Mike, who's on the front row? It's Ferrari.
I can check.
It's
What
Verstappen.
do I type in?
Double check.
What do I check?
Just say Formula One, Emilia Romagna.
Well, you
The
could- you could say-
Imola,
you could say-
Imola
I know
starting
this one
lineup.
like
You could put a sprint race.
Sprint race.
See what it comes up. Sprint race
Results or something
Yeah,
like
maybe.
No, Imola qualification. To Imola qualification.
Well, they're also doing something new this year with the sprint race. It's not necessarily in terms of for qualification. It's something else in terms of for
no,
points.
but this is the starting grid for tomorrow.
So Verstappen first, Leclerc
Okay,
second.
we are in first row anyway. So and then third and fourth.
Perez third, Sainz fourth.
Yeah,
Third.
so it's Red Bull, Ferrari, Red Bull, Ferrari.
Red Bull, Ferrari. So don't worry about it. We're not worrying about that.
Wait, who's for Ferrari? Who's
So,
the
Ferrari is
pilot?
Leclerc and
Verstappen-
Sainz.
Right, so you have
Verstappen's the best, isn't he though?
Well, he
Well,
won
right now-
last year,
right now
but
he's
right now
ranked
he's
in first
behind
place.
Leclerc on the
gotcha.
campionato.
Interesting. There's a lot that goes into this thing, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was just brake and gas.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, I'm
It's a
kidding,
very-
obviously,
That's for the
but-
donkey.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how interested people are, and so many people are into it.
I feel
It's
like
insane.
attention to Formula One has just astronomically grown over the years. I don't know if it's just because of the exposure, what they've been doing with their media
Plus
and with
with
their
the
content.
document, yeah, with the content, I think it was huge. I mean,
think
I got into it a little bit after watching the documentaries.
So,
and
in
stuff.
part of the documentary was big. That also their marketing.
Their marketing really took off.
And different racetracks, right around.
No, but
they expanded.
they've
I
been
think.
pushing the American market.
Yeah, because before
these past couple of years more than ever,
right.
And ESPN buying the rights also helped because once the sport's on ESPN,
Of course.
and they put it on the TV, people are gonna watch it.
For
NASCAR for a long time has had such a culture in the U.S. So I think it was inevitable that Formula One.
But it's a competition, though, right? It's like two different things.
Two different.
Yeah, it's two
styles.
different types of styles, right?
It's like.
So is it like Serie A in the Premier League? Is it like that, or is not? It's like a different sport. It's like American football and rugby.
Well,
Yeah,
because
maybe like
exactly.
Okay.
That's probably a better comparison. Yeah.
70th minute approaching, still 3-0.
Yeah, Mourinho, come on, start to get this thing here out. Come on, it's very embarrassing.
P, we got a question from you from Prima Squadra Juve. He said, P, what is the best run club in Serie A? In my opinion, it's Milan, and I'm a Juve fan.
In terms of what? In terms of like sporting side? In terms of balancing the books? What are we talking financially? Marketing? Management?
Overall. Well,
Let's ask him.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they hear us, but...
That's what I'm saying.
Prima
We ask him.
Squadra.
Respond.
Respond.
He's calling you out. He wants a response.
By the way, guys, talking about Formula One, I'm going to be so lucky to join with my best buddy, Frank the Tank. We're going to go to Miami to watch the
Are you going to the Miami Grand Prix?
yeah, we're going to go to the Miami Grand Prix. I haven't spoke with Frank. I tried to call him this morning because I'm sure he's very
When
busy.
you going, Anto?
We're going to be over there from the 5th to the 9th. So Cinco de Mayo is going to be Miami for us.
Wow.
Nice.
Sipping cerveza and then preparing to watch the
That's awesome.
the qualification.
Nice.
We're going to do the...
Don't forget your sunscreen.
Oh my
You're going to
God,
peel like
you're right
a
about that.
lobster.
So, Frank, where are you? Call me. I tried to call you this morning.
He's busy, man.
He's busy.
Yeah, Formula One's adding a lot of new tracks in the U.S. They're also doing Vegas next year, too, around Thanksgiving, I think. I want to say in November.
Pete, they said overall, by the way.
Overall, okay. In Serie A, I think overall, if we want to look at results and then also the management of the overall company, yeah, I can say that Milan is probably one of the best run clubs. One, because of its history. I think there's a lot of value in the marketability. Don't forget they were one of the teams that created that partnership with Rock Nation to try to expand the brand. A lot of the NBA players are wearing and music artists are wearing the Milan jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Even
see Jay-Z
in fashion,
walking around with them, yeah.
Yeah, even in fashion, they've really taken that stance. And then on the sporting side, I think the results have come in. You're competing for the Scudetto, and you've also been able to balance the books, where you've been able to, maybe take some hits with having free transfers.
Look at Tammy pushing. Look at that.
Right, but you keeping to that salary budget that
One touch and shot.
Guys,
having
you're
over
saying
3
how the
million.
hell we went from soccer to Formula One? I'll tell you the reasons. I'm going to give you the explanation. Since soccer is the best game ever in the earth, I mean, from in the planet, how
not in the
does
universe?
soccer
Not in the
and Formula
universe?
One they pair with each other? First of all, let me remind you of something. The winner, not of last year, of the last several years, was Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton.
Luigi Hamilton.
And Lewis Hamilton right now is been rumored to buy,
Chelsea.
to be part of the ownership of Chelsea, because Abramovich has been forced to sell the team, and he's going to be part of the Cordata. The Cordata is a group that he might just put a bid to take the team and be part of the ownership. Together with Serena Williams. So now again, it's another sport, but they're all
Tennis.
looking for soccer. So the best Formula One driver, some of the best tennis players, some of the best athletes, anybody that has got money has got a
Absolutely.
and has got a passion for the game, because everybody's got passion for soccer. They have the tendency to just go and be part of the ownership of one of those greatest teams. So
said.
soccer is always over everything, right, Mike?
Yeah. Culture.
Calcio
over everything.
My apology, guys. Calcio over everything.
Anton, the people that aren't from America, they're always making fun of you because you're calling it the wrong name, by the way. By
And
saying it the
guys,
American way.
let me remind you something. Calcio is going to change for AC Milan in the near future, because
In what way?
the rumor is that they've been sold for 1.1 billion euros. So it's a lot of money. Elliot is going to make a ton of money.
Oh, Mkhitaryan.
Nah, he got pushed out too far
And AC
wide.
Milan is gonna hope that some of those money that get invested to spend to get the team to the next level, because we are probably the only team in Italy that can challenge the Campionato, the Champions League, because obviously Juventus they're not capable, Inter they're not capable, Atalanta was not able to do it. They got close.
How about Napoli?
Napoli, they don't have it. So AC Milan, by history and by virtue of the name and tradition, we're going to be again challenging for the Champions League. Watch what I said, and this
And
is
virtue
going
by tradition, you guys tied with Bologna.
we start with Bologna. Doesn't
What
matter.
virtue of
We have
tradition,
7 Champions
Paisa?
League. We're not talking Campionato right now. We're
talking
talking Champions
Champions
League,
League.
Mike. So Mike, I know you're trying to pull a cheap shot, but it's okay, Mike. It's okay. It's part of your job. They told you to instigate me.
Part of the job description.
Yeah, they
Paisa.
told you to instigate me, but I don't take the baits, Mike. Don't forget that I was baiting people.
I'm gonna
He baits
spear
fish.
you
He baits
instead
fish.
of waiting for the
It's
bait.
the
I got a
fisher- it's
spear
the fisherman.
going.
So
Boom.
I was on the business of baiting
Yeah.
the hooks.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
Mike.
I'm not waiting. I'm coming to get you.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a difference.
He's not waiting with a fishing line. He's going with the
I'm
spear
going
gun.
with the spear gun on
He's ready to get you.
right through your ribs. You're not
Oof.
going anywhere.
Mike,
You're
why you
getting,
guys-
you're getting
Mike,
a little bit
Pete,
graphic
why,
there,
Pete,
Mike.
let me ask you something. Why you guys didn't start Bastoni from the beginning? It was not.
I think,
it was not
I think
healthy?
I think he sees it as an opportunity for
To rest him a little bit.
to rest him, but also DiMarco to
get
get
some
some
minutes.
minutes. But moving forward, I said DiMarco technically is superior than Bastoni.
No, I think Inzaghi disrespected Mourinho by just saying, "Listen, I don't have to play Bastoni to try to."
Gee, what?
Mamma che scemo!
Madonna.
You gotta be kidding
Rui
me!
Patricio had.
Mamma
What just
mia!
I got trying not to laugh right now.
Oh my
What just
God.
happened? That was like a glitch. It looked like a glitch.
FIFA glitch.
What is that?
This is what happened when you are under the leadership of the special one.
That's-
Should we put it in quotation mark, Mike? Or Pete?
What?
The special one?
How do you say quotation marks, Antonio?
Virgolette. No, virgolette.
Vigolette.
Virgolette. Okay.
Virgolette. What the? Interesting.
Wow, how the hell did that happen?
Look
Wow.
Inzaghi. Look Limon Inzaghi. He needs an hairstylish over there.
Karsdorp
Look
was
at
like
him.
setting him up.
What a mess this
failure
guy
there.
here is.
Wow. So pressure's on Milan now, Anto, eh?
Listen, the pressure has been on Milan from day one.
Yep.
Oh, I think it's been on Inter from day one.
No.
Why not?
Inter didn't have that type of
course
pressure.
they did.
I don't think that they did. I think Milan had a lot more pressure this year.
Scudetto
Milan had more
winners?
pressure to win the Scudetto. He just said that
No.
nobody
Is
expected
no
Milan to win
way.
the Scudetto.
No, that's
I-
not true.
No
Make your
way.
story correct. Go talk. You want to have a huddle? Go huddle back there. Talk amongst yourselves, and then you come back with the same
Talk
game.
about
plan.
Listen, you lucky that I know all your family.
What is going on? here?
And I know your girlfriend
I knew you
and
were
the
gonna bring that
brothers
up.
and
You
the
always
sister.
do.
I have to try to save your life because
Thank you.
if it wasn't for the fact that I'm very good friends with
You would have
your-
teared him apart, right?
I would just chew him alive.
Turn him to chum.
him alive.
Turn him to
Yeah.
chum, right, Anto?
So that's it. By the way, guys, Peter's father is a gentleman. His name is Lou, and he's great. He's a great guy, and his uncle is amazing too.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's not an Inter fan; he's a Juventus fan, but nevertheless, it's a great,
A
great
family of flippers, I see. Huh?
Oh,
No, they don't.
he's a
They don't
great
flip
guy.
like you though. They
He's
don't
a
flip.
great guy. I was happy to meet him in person a couple times, and I will go back anytime just to say hi. Because
He probably said, "I hope this is the last time I meet
Talking
Anto."
about that, we gotta go. We gotta go see Frank's new place when you're ready.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
When's it opening, by
It
the
was
way?
about
Did
to
they
come
open yet?
up. So Frank is about to make the big opening for
Next few weeks?
yeah, the Bagel and Panini Company, which is the new store that they're about to actually it's almost semi-open right now. They're stuffing up
What's
the
that
shelves
mean?
a
Just the
little bit
windows are
more.
open?
No.
They rolled the
You
gate
got
up.
that one.
They're getting close. So
I want a nice Greek
they're getting
panino,
close to
Anto.
pull the trigger officially for everybody to go over there and enjoy
Nice.
their specialties.
I gotta make a
So-
signature sandwich, Anto.
Maybe we'll make the IFTV sandwich over there. The IFTV special. I see now he's starting to change. It's almost
Zalewski
over.
coming off.
He's putting in Vinya.
Shomurodov
Wow.
and Vinya coming on.
Too late.
Oh, I mean, too late.
It's too late. The game's
Once you
over.
I mean, there is 3 goals, Anto.
You see? In basketball, in the last 5 minutes when you are up by 30 points, that's what they do.
Anto, we got a question from V Campanelli. He said, love the show, guys. Ask Anto which year had the best Milan team ever.
Oof.
That's a tough question.
Give me the year and name a couple of legends from then.
Well, it's actually the Il Milan di Sacchi. He was one of the best. And
What year is this?
Ancelotti. Well,
80s.
we're talking about more than 10 years ago. We're
10,
talking about
10,
15
dude.
years ago.
How many?
How many?
15, I would say.
Four
I thought you said 50.
decades.
40 years ago, maybe.
No,
Four
no, no.
decades.
Yeah,
Milan-
count.
He was like, yeah, count. 40,
Count them.
Over 40, 40 years.
Negli anni 80.
4
It's
decades.
been, yeah.
Time flies.
Ancelotti.
Man,
Fly,
you were
fly,
sitting
fly,
under the
fly.
sun in Aruba for too long, huh?
Listen,
I thought you were only 40 years old.
35.
but you know what? Right after Sacchi, Ancelotti did a good job too. So.
Anto
did.
forgot the year.
He
we
really
were
did.
in.
But listen, this is just Google that up. It's the Milan that we had when
What is it,
Baresi-
1987, I think.
So-
You guys had that.
87,
so,
85.
well, right, 15, 20 years, the same shit.
Same
So,
shit.
look at this. What did he
Get
do?
the
Meno
Oh my
male.
God. Was that Veretout that he made a touch?
No,
No,
it was Karsdorp.
Karsdorp.
Karsdorp. So anyway, the guys watching the Dutch, again, talking about Dutch, watching Van Basten, Gullit, Rijkaard, just
Dutchman, the flying Dutchman.
just punishing everybody all the time. And then we had the fortune to have Sveshenko and then Kaká. So, I mean, it's been Ancelotti did a great job, of course. Capello did a good job too. So we had a spectacular, this is called the Milan of Berlusconi. Okay?
the Berlusconi era.
The
right?
Berlusconi
Berlusconi
era.
era.
Because
Berlusconi effect.
Sacchi, Capello, and Ancelotti were the three leader of the team to bring all of those Coppa dei Campioni that Inter is only wishing. You know,
Yeah.
Some people are talking about 2005. They say they think is the best team. What do you think?
That's an ongoing discussion between them, right? Which one was a better team? What do you think? Anto?
I think the Sacchi. I enjoy
The
watching
Sacchi
more
era.
the Sacchi era. So that was
the philosophy.
Believe me, we supplied the Italian national team with a lot of talent. We had Baresi, Cortacurta, Colovati was over there. We just too much.
Tassotti, Maldini.
Mamma mia.
Too much sauce,
Too
right,
much,
Anto?
too much for anybody to
Too
chew,
much
man.
sugo.
Too much. You're trying to get away. You get away with one. You get another three to worry
And that's what's
about it.
crazy with the team that he had. I mean, Milan only won like 2 Scudetti, 3 Scudetti.
But we
in that-
didn't
with
care
those
about
10
the
Yeah, but
years.
Scudetti.
they were looking. They were looking to
We
conquer
never
in
cared
Europe.
about Scudetti.
what I'm
We
trying
went
to-
for
what
the
I'm-
biggest
what I'm
trophy.
trying to get at is
The one
that
with the big
Napoli had
ears.
Maradona.
Yeah.
Inter had Lothar Matthäus. They had Juventus had Platini. Like these were all freaking star
Pete, we
players
let
in
you
the
guys
world.
won
Best
because
players
we
in the
didn't
world,
want to
all
get
can play
anybody
in Italy.
depressed, but we
Yeah.
went for the big prize, Pete. So
Anto,
we went for the Coppa Intercontinentale, Coppa Campioni, Coppa. You know, we
Coppa del
actually
Nonno.
Coppa del Nonno. we were cup
Coppa di
angry.
Verrazzano.
We were cup angry.
Babe.
We were not
Did they get the
focusing.
Santa
Somebody
Rosalia?
paid.
Did they get the Santa Rosalia Cup?
No. We were cup angry, guys. We're not really. We were not focused on the campionato. The campionato
yeah.
was a little training ground for us to focus and doing damage internationally. So that's why AC Milan is what it is still right now.
Anto, another
a
question
livello
on
mondiale.
Milan.
young kid,
Another
let's
question
see.
on Milan.
Yeah.
DP said, do you think Pioli's maximizing his resources in terms of
Sanchez
players?
is like begging to get on.
Given the players that he has, or do you
Listen,
think he could do better, or should have done worse? What do you think?
I was never big on Pioli, but nevertheless, I
Oh, so you have to give him credit what he's done.
Yeah, give him a lot
I'm
of
gonna
credit.
give him a little credit because
little.
Only a little? Wow, you're demanding.
I am very demanding because
I would
it's-
hate to
the
work under
standard,
you,
listen,
Anto.
the standard of AC Milan, they're not just they're very high. So I wanted
It's a
to
heavy
see
shirt,
very
right?
heavy shirts to wear. When you're wearing that black and red,
It's not wearing like a body jersey. You got to actually fight, right?
You're pulling him apart.
I know,
He doesn't know what to say.
Mike,
It's part of my
Mike.
job description.
Yeah,
Anto, I'm
description,
sorry.
Guys, you don't know that when
That's your
the
job.
That's why I'm still around.
guys when the camera goes off, there are fights over here. So
Fist fights, right?
That's why he got his boxing gloves.
Fist
I
fights.
cannot do anything about it. Oh, let's. Oh my God,
Uh-oh.
Cialanolo, my favorite player,
Oh, Milan stars
my
on the
favorite
floor.
player.
Milan
Look at
Milan
that.
snake, you mean?
He's all right.
Let's see, he didn't do. He's faking it. Look, what did he do? Nothing.
Eh,
What did he do?
così
He didn't even
lento.
touch us.
So,
Wow.
Fine.
Guys, this guy, don't forget that Cialanolo during the winter comes to NYU movie theater, the movie school, right? The acting school.
He goes to the opera,
He goes,
right?
he goes
No,
to
the
Tish.
acting
He goes
school.
to
Tish.
Tish at the
Tish.
acting school. Yeah.
Yeah. So, look what happened. It's already up.
Yeah, he's up and he's running already.
Wow.
Where did you learn that? Milan, Anto?
No, we don't act in the AC Milan. We've been actually I was reading something in the Corriere that the Serie A needs, being great. It will be much greater if we stop killing the game with the downtime. Okay.
With the downtime, what do you mean?
When you're
with
the fouls, wasting time.
Wasting
like that.
time and all this stuff.
I did see something on ESPN a little while ago. They said that Serie A has the league that has the most minutes with the ball in play compared to the Premier League, La Liga.
You sure?
I'm not.
You didn't send it over?
I saw it briefly. I just saw it quickly. I'm not 100%,
damn.
but I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. You can fact check me on that.
We
but
definitely got a fact check.
I think that I'm pretty sure that it was the number one.
We'll make a graphic. We'll put via Sebastian, okay?
Guys,
so if we get any heat, we'll link your account.
Guys,
yeah.
we are
And then if I'm wrong, everybody can come after me. And I'm going to see the million
Hey, you're sitting on the
comments.
street right now. So
Listen,
I'll
guys,
take
we
your word
have
for it.
improving the game with the VAR, with this, and now they're talking about the offside, and maybe they needed to have the full light in between the players that is on offside and the defender. But what I wanted this area to be improved is cutting down the downtime. So if we can just find the way to cut down this downtime. Look at Sharawi is giving his scarf to the young kid.
No, he's signing an autograph.
Good guy, right?
Oh, maybe that was not his scarf. Look at that.
Anto, if you were a player, would you be signing? I feel like you wouldn't even sign. You just leave the fans like that.
You leave them hanging?
Or you would.
No.
I feel like you would. You just walk off.
Listen,
Be like, stay away from my house.
the
or something.
fan is the main reasons why we're still watching the
There we
game.
go.
We are the
I'm happy
fans
you
over
said that.
here.
There we go, Anto. That's
And
good.
if I had to sign 1,000 shirts, I wish I had the talent to be signing shirts. Unfortunately, I don't have it.
Anto, what happens after a long day? You're exhausted. You see like 50 people there. Would you just walk in, go through the back door, or would you sign for everyone?
Absolutely, yeah. This is the most pleasurable thing for a player to do.
Would you just stamp everybody? What if
Just get a stamp. You don't even have to use the pen. Just
But
get a
Anto
stamp.
says a
Boom,
lot of
boom,
things,
boom,
but he
boom,
doesn't
boom.
mean. I feel like he's going through the back door so no one sees him.
I will sign anything.
You would?
I will sign anything.
Okay. Uno di noi, right, Anto?
Yeah, listen.
Grandissimo, Antonio.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Especially if they're young, the young kids.
The
okay?
older people, screw them, right?
No, they are important.
Ooh!
Oh,
Finally.
Wow, goal. No clean sheet for
Consolation.
Inter. Mkhitaryan gets
That was
the
a nice
goal,
move,
right?
but nice fake by Karsdorp to let him get that spot there.
Karsdorp.
Oh, look at him.
Limone. Nice call.
3-1.
Does this make the defeat less painful? Not really.
I mean,
It's
Better to
this
score.
goal.
consolation goal?
It's a
Yeah, the
consolation.
goal is coming
That was
like
a great
it's like
dummy.
almost
Great dummy.
But the Inter defenders are unhappy because they would have got a bonus pay.
Oh yeah.
You won Fantacalcio this week, P. You
I'm
win?
gonna check.
wow.
Forgot who's playing me this week.
Well, Charlie also gets a little lucky because Mkhitaryan has him. He has
Yeah.
Mkhitaryan, so
That's right.
Why
you
lucky?
can't win
Oh,
with
'cause
Charlie.
the goal?
Yeah.
Who's Charlie?
Charlie DiMaggio, remember?
Goodbye.
Oh,
Him
you
and
guys
Joe
bet on the
here.
game. You guys bet
Goodbye,
on the game?
Charlie.
better than
No, they just do a little.
Fantacalcio.
Oh,
Look at
Fantacalcio.
Correa. Me.
Anto, if, a question: if Anto doesn't think Mourinho is a special one, who is a special one in your eyes?
As a coach,
Yeah.
I know who he's going to say.
I gotta tell you something.
Yeah, so do I. Let's see if he changes
Let
his
me
mind,
think
though.
about it.
I
I
think he's
would
gonna say
say
the same
for
thing.
me, for the innovation on the game,
Innovazione.
I would call Guardiola the special one.
Okay. I'm actually shocked.
For what? Spending $1 billion, not winning the
Because
Champions League.
Guardiola, he went from the tiki-taka that he implemented in the Barcelona into a tiki-taka a lot more sophisticated.
Anto, how much did
at
they spend? They
Manchester
didn't win a
City.
Champions League.
Listen to me.
They didn't win anything.
The
Well,
only
they won a
mistake
league,
that
they
he
didn't win
made,
Champions
listen to
League.
me, the only mistake that Guardiola so far has made is to play his best player, his best midfielder last year into the forward position.
De Bruyne?
De Bruyne, yeah.
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
The groin.
The groin. Listen to me. De Bruyne.
The groin.
But Anto, no champion. You always say the Champions League is the number one. He didn't win it at Manchester City. He spent
Not yet.
$1
He's
gonna
trillion.
win it this year.
Not
He's
yet.
Not yet. But how many
He's
This
gonna
year?
win it this year.
This year,
He's gonna
this
win
team
it
looks
this
pretty
year.
good.
It's unacceptable that they haven't won it with the amount that they spent.
I know.
Look at PSG. Look what they did this year. How much they spent. They didn't
but
win
I'm not-
anything.
But I'm arguing the
Oh,
point where he's saying
Mkhitaryan
he's a special one.
Mkhitaryan and Chala, they're fighting. I want to see some
Shomurodov
blood.
with the assist.
Nice assist.
Kevin De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
Everyone's commenting it now.
De
Paisa.
Bruyne,
That
of
was funny.
course. Well, we're talking about the Groen, and all the groins, and all of a sudden,
First it was the Runa, now it's the groin.
You went to the doctor's office,
So
right?
for me,
Groin?
Guardiola is someone that adapts the skill of the player to the
Now that
game.
you guys got the new investment, Baran over there. Maybe he can bring
Was
Guardiola
Baran.
to
Was
Investicorp.
Baran.
He'll bring the leader to Milan.
The leader.
Pete, that's a chip shot. That's a chip shot, but I will take it because sometimes
Well, now you guys are gonna be the next PSG.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna get Messi too? Bring him the body alone.
Here we go.
Now you're not.
He wins a couple of Scudetti. Now he's thinking,
you guys are not gonna have any crumbs anymore. Now it's gonna be 5-course dinner.
Ooh, I was gonna
Steak
be
and
eating with
lobster.
I don't think so,
silver
Pete.
spoon.
The philosophy, I think, is going to stay the same.
I don't think
The
so.
philosophy is going to stay the same. We'll have a lot more capital, hopefully,
think
to
I don't
invest.
think so.
But we're not going to be copying.
You guys
Listen,
gonna become fancy now.
we are the model.
Nah.
We are
Oh,
the
you
model
fancy.
that everybody should be following because we are in soccer. They're spending a lot of unnecessary money.
Well, there won't be that model anymore. You're
So-
gonna have a new model, my friend.
Oh, man.
Guys, you see how much hate I have surrounding me. They attack me, but you know what?
They attack me.
I'm resilient. I'm just here just to withstand all of those stabbing and pinching.
No, I'm
You're
telling you
wearing a
that you're
bulletproof vest, right?
you gotta
Aldo?
change your alibi now. When
My
Milan
alibi,
doesn't
one
win.
alibi.
Oh,
No,
he's
they'll win.
attacking you.
They'll
Somebody
win,
called
they'll
your
You
son
can't say
is
that we have
attacking
crumbs.
you.
We have crumbs. You gotta say
We're
we have
eating
steak and lobster.
Listen,
right? Steak and lobster.
with oysters and
I'll
champagne.
be happy to eat just what you had
Surfer,
last
baby.
night at Ribalta with a nice pizza. So I'm not gonna go to steak and
That's
lobster.
cheap food, though, Anto. Come
That's
on.
not cheap.
A pizza's cheap. You
Listen
want the
to me.
lobster, you want the steak nowadays. That's what you want. You don't want the Serie cheap players like De Groin.
Look at this guy, Sanchez.
Yeah.
Mkhitaryan.
As long as
With the
Mickey
shot.
doesn't score again.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
Mickey Mouse.
Tarian. Look at this guy.
Ooh.
I
Sanchez.
give
Mamma
another,
mia.
almost
Mamma
give an
mia.
assist.
By the way, Pete, when you see a Sal, your girlfriend's father, just say hi.
I like how he mentions. Oh, thanks for that, Anto. Thanks for bringing people that don't want to be brought onto the street.
Don't
Letting
worry.
them know
I
on
didn't
the
make
live.
any last name.
But Pete knows who you're talking
Touch,
about. You don't
touch.
have to mention the names.
Sal is my buddy, so can I say hi to my buddy? Sal, I can say hi now live, okay? Since I know this guy here, my forget and all the stuff, I'm just, I'm telling you, he's probably watching us, is he?
Who knows?
I'm just saying hello.
Well, you can always
live.
watch us again on YouTube anyway. Yeah.
That's true.
And I met his son too this morning. I said, make sure you say hi to your dad. He said, I will. So,
Anto, we got a message from Anthony. He said, "Tell Anto Milan has spent more than Inter since 2012." What is that? What does that say?
tell Anthony to tell me straight on my face.
Oh my God! What does that mean? What are you
It's
trying
not
to
true.
say?
It's not true.
Yeah.
Not
I
true.
think you might have.
Sounds very true to
It does sound a
But
little
Anthony,
realistic.
nevertheless, I like you, okay, Ann? Okay.
Anthony Lipari.
Lipari.
Why is that?
It's
How do
an
you know
island.
that?
È una isola.
So, because you're
It's
saying
an
it because of
island,
that?
yeah,
What if
an
it's
island.
Lipari though? How do you know?
No.
You,
Only
gotta,
Greek.
you need an accent
accent.
there.
Yeah.
In,
The accent.
in Greek, there's an
There's
accent, so
the
you know
accent on
exactly.
the
We don't need
Right.
accent.
But how do you know how?
Because
to,
the language
I don't
is
know how it
perfect.
is, though.
There's no
we
accent
speak the
there,
How am I
language
though.
of
gonna know where to
perfection,
put
Mike.
How am I gonna know where to pronounce the
Because if
vowel?
there's no accent, you don't.
Then
put
you don't
that
make the
vowel.
pronunciation that way. Yeah.
But I don't know where to
You know
pronounce.
by the sound
Where do
that
I
it's
stress
not
the I or
round.
the A?
No, but
Like,
if-
what's going on here? We're living in a crazy house.
That's-
What do we say? Tell me.
Mike.
Put an accent there. It's,
Mike,
it's
the
small.
language.
Look at
they call
Shomarudov.
it-
Look at that.
they
Come
call
on.
it
Hustler.
La
Two
lingua
guys
della
on him. He's hustling.
perfezione.
Look.
Oh!
Ah!
Oh!
Come on.
Oh,
Oh.
Bastoni great. Oh, that's a foul.
What is
Opposite
that?
got
way.
it.
What is that?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
opposite way. He pulled him.
You gotta be kidding me.
So is it Lipari? Let us know, please.
Lipari.
I can't sleep.
Lipari, Mike.
Lipari.
It's not Lipari. Okay?
I guess.
Unless
It's
there's an
not.
accent, you don't have the
Listen,
accent.
If there's an accent,
somebody
that
asked me
changes
the
it.
other
So where would
day.
it be then?
I
Or if it
was
was
First
too
round,
hard.
like, where
Paisa.
would it be?
You're
Paisa.
In
I'm
Italian,
going crazy
in
right
Italian,
now.
you
So
read
what's
how
going
you
on?
see it.
Exactly.
You read it the way you see
Paisa,
it.
listen to me. I
Yeah,
was in
tell me.
Aruba 2 days ago. And,
Aruba or Aruba? Like, what is it?
Aruba, listen. Aruba means to steal something.
Of course you.
I
okay,
was
go
in
on.
Aruba and a
Yes.
couple was saying, "Oh my God, we enjoy in Italy so much. They were dining next to us. Oh, we went to Capri. It's not Capri.
See,
it's
how do you
Capri."
know? Where's the accent?
And I told
It
him,
has
so-
nothing to do with
but
the
what
accent.
everybody says Capri. Where? I said, in New York.
Capri
maybe.
Sun.
It's
Yeah, that's why they're
Capri.
saying it.
Copy.
it's Capri.
that's probably
it's
right.
not Capri. It's Lipari. It's not Lipari.
It's just a guessing game for me because I
You're
just
not
see. I was like, where am I
guessing.
going to
You
stress
know,
the
but
vowel?
just by the
where am I
sound
gonna
that
stress
it's
the
not
vowel?
right.
So when you, as long as you know the sounds of the Italian alphabet,
Right.
Okay. I
you
know.
read it
I
as
think I know the
you
sounds of the
read
vowel.
it
I
as
just
you
don't
see
know where to
it.
stress
Well, you're
the
putting
vowel.
the accent, but why are you putting accent if there's no accent?
You're putting too much emphasis.
But there's
on
always
that
going to
part
be
of
an
the word,
accent
though.
on
there's
every
no
word.
accent,
Yeah, you can
no.
pronounce every word differently.
No.
No.
Of course you could.
Unless there's an
Give me a
accent.
word. Give me a word. I'll pronounce it differently. Give me a word. Give me a word. Give me any word right now.
Focaccia.
Focaccia. It could be that. I don't
Because
know.
there's no
you see,
accent.
there's no accent.
What do you
Bugazza.
mean there's no accent?
Mike, bugazza.
Bugazza. But in Greek, there's an
Mike,
accent, so I know where to stress the
Stugazza.
There you go. Bring
What
back
is that?
Stu.
Shamo.
Guys, all I'm saying, you guys didn't have to throw accents in there. You can borrow from the Greeks like you do everything else.
What an embarrassment, guys. The special one has been slapped around. The special one been slapped around, humiliated by an Inter that really didn't do much to deserve the 3-1, but to win this way. This easy. To me, they came in to just give it the 3 points to Inter. That's it.
And you pronounce it correctly, Anthony said, by the way. But I guess we'll never know.
What do you mean? He just
No,
told you.
I'm
You
kidding. I'm messing around. So I was like, what are you talking about? Ooh.
I don't.
Neat. So
That was a little aggressive.
was that Bove?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Is Roma going to be challenging for the UEFA?
Europa.
Well,
Yeah,
Europa
they
League
are,
they'll be
yeah.
in.
Yeah, but if they lose a couple more games, Lazio is going to take them.
Yeah, fifth.
So I had a question. So now, let's say, for example, hypothetically, Roma goes on a run and they win the Conference League. What does that mean for them? Does that mean that they
Nothing.
go automatic
Nothing.
European qualification?
No.
Wait, say that again. I missed that.
Saying, okay, so let's say if Roma goes on to win the Conference League, right?
Yeah.
You know how, let's say, for example, when Villarreal last year, when
That's
they
a great
won, when
question.
they won the Europa League, they went on, they were able to get qualification automatically for Champions League.
I don't know for the rules, but if it was that way, maybe they will qualify for Europa League automatically.
Right.
If they do follow that, but it being the first season, I don't know. I'm sure they probably came up with it already, but I'm gonna have to brush up on that.
So
That's a
this
good question.
conference,
If anyone knows,
league,
let us know.
Mamma
Oh, what's that?
mia, che
I think the conference league is
disastro.
good because there are lots more teams in Europe, and you can get more money. It helps more overall. Oh,
Nice stop.
good call.
No,
And that is game.
Look at this guy here. What are you
over.
throwing the ball at? Give him a yellow.
It's a game over.
Give him a yellow. What the hell is he throwing the ball? Well, you should be begging him to whistle.
He's
Who was it?
He's
Who did it?
frustrated. Karsdorp.
Karsdorp, I think. Or
Karsdorp?
Vigna. No, the young kid.
No,
I
it was
think.
Karsdorp. Con tutti I tatuaggi sul collo, you could tell all the tattoos.
Blonde hair.
Yeah, that was a good win.
Wow, that was they put.
Now you put a lot of pressure
Inter
on Milan.
demanded that game right there. They were in full control.
But you see, Inter did what they had to do. They got the job done. Now it's just up to Milan to see if they can do the same thing.
humiliated. Guys, humiliated. This special one, I like that nobody has to say. What was his excuse?
Anto, we got a question from Mark. He said, question for Anto, would IFTV conduct a 1 hour segment on Cassano?
Absolutely.
We should get Antonio on Paramount Plus.
1
and do
hour
a
is not
1 hour
enough.
special on
How-
Cassano.
how-
1 hour is not enough. There is too much.
I was thinking that was an hour too long.
No. Cassano is everything, guys. Cassano is a player.
He's the reason why we wake up in the morning, right?
Yes, sir. He's a showman. He's a joke teller.
He's
a
nuts.
joke teller.
He's
He's
a
a magician.
He's a husband.
He's a lot of things.
He's a
He's a
fisherman.
husband. He's a father.
Does
He's
he
a
put
farmer.
rabbits out of the hat?
He can speak dialect, the dialetto barese. He knows about food. He knows about. He's a good tennis player. I heard.
There's a lot less vowels in the Barres dialect, so it might be easier to pronounce a lot of them. You don't have to stress the vowels because there's like one or two.
Ma chi è che sta dice? Ma che?
See, there's like
Ma
one
chi è
vowel.
che sta
There's only
dice?
like one vowel each word, so you know where to stress it exactly. Oh yeah, by the way, Sebastian, for the question you're asking, everyone's saying, yeah, you go to Europa League next
Yeah.
season. What
That's what
we're
they're confirming.
figuring.
Make
Oh, they're
sure.
gonna go to Europe.
Yeah, we go
No, no.
automatic qualification
If you
for
win the
Europa
Conference League, you go automatically to the Europa League. Same
Right.
thing if you win the Europa League, you
go
go
automatically
you
to
win
the
an
Champions
automatic
League.
spot to the
Makes
Champions
sense,
League
yeah.
Ooh.
as a little prize. Nice little incentive, right, Anto?
Yeah, look at this guy here with the bra. What the hell is he doing with a bra?
That's,
That's
to
a
track the
tracker.
running.
Oh, to track the run. Oh,
They-
that's why they
they-
use it.
They
Yeah.
have like a piece that they put on their back. They put a chip
A
on their
brassiere.
back.
I should wear a bra too, I guess,
A
because I
brajol.
want to know how much I run every game. How much I run every
Salam
game.
It's gonna be 0. Own goals 5, running 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's all right. It's the Aruba rust. You'll get back to it.
the Aruba rust.
The Aruba rust.
But pretty straightforward
Actually, in
overall.
dialetto barese, in Baire dialect, arrob means to steal.
Still, yeah.
Aruba.
Yo, va ruba la bank.
Yeah.
Vai a
It's a
rubare
common
la
word over
banca.
there,
Yeah,
right?
go rob a bank. Va rub.
We got Poppy, Mike, and Marco back now.
They're definitely talking about the results now and how many games are left till the Scudetto ends. Yeah, Marco's basically saying how Roma in the top have a lot of trouble winning against the teams in the top 4.
Yeah, but it's gonna take some time. It's gonna
Right.
take some time.
But I do think overall with Mourinho, they are building something special. A lot of people were very critical of him, and I know this was a heavy defeat, but overall, I think they're on the right path to do something special, you could say.
Listen, 12-game streak that they had
Unbeaten.
is nothing to put down there. It's a great accomplishment, and hopefully they'll continue to do better in the next year.
So for you guys, for Mourinho not to have a disappointing season, Roma should be finishing what place?
I think 5th or 6th would be...
Yeah, Europa.
Yeah.
I would have said Europa,
Europa
League
League
is a
So what if they don't make Europa League? Despite or regardless whether they win the Conference League?
I think
Because
it would be a disappointment, but it's not something to fire the coach over.
Are you kidding me?
I'm dead
Are you
serious.
kidding me?
I'm dead
putting
serious.
together a project.
Listen to me. I will
you're starting
actually.
a project. You
I
can't.
will grill him. Forget about fry him.
Grill
I will
him.
grill him.
Medium
not fry
rare or
him.
no?
I will grill him. I will just burn him.
Ooh.
Well done.
Like how you like your steak, right?
I like it burn, really burn.
That's
Really?
disgusting.
Yeah, has to be
That's
well
gross.
done. Now
You eat
wait.
octopus raw, but you eat...
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because I don't like
he's a
meat.
strange
Because I
guy,
don't like
right?
There's
meat.
some flaw in the logic.
I'm not
there.
a meat guy.
Really?
No. Fish, yes, but not meat.
You're
Okay.
a pescatarian, right?
He's like Mkhitaryan.
You call it the people that eat fish?
Just fish with no meat. Pescatarian.
Pescatarian.
Really? Is that a word or you
Yeah,
making
yeah,
this
no,
out?
It's a legit
word.
word.
Pescatarian?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
I'll take
dietary
that.
style.
I'll
Yeah.
take that.
Yeah. But you eat
Same
meat
you
a
have
little
vegetarian.
Yeah, whatever. Listen,
bit. Yeah, when you have a nice little sandwich, I know you put your
Listen to
meat
me.
there. I know you don't
Listen to
forget
me.
your
Whatever
salami
you
over
like.
there. You
my
good.
wife is a tough kid. Whatever she puts on the table,
You
That's
eat
it,
it, right?
Or
I
no.
gotta eat it.
Or
That's
no.
number
Or
one.
no.
You gotta
Number
lick the plate
two-
clean.
Number two, she knows how to cook.
Ooh,
Okay, what do you think? I'm stupid.
absolutely. We're not answering that,
And
right?
number three, she's very
That's a rhetorical
creative.
question.
She's very creative. She knows how to decorate with the food while she knows how to cook. You see what I have to do for you, so don't yell at me because okay.
Anto, I'll clip this and I'll send it to you so
Yeah,
you can
send
show
it.
her.
Mike,
Does
do
she
me
know
a
how to
favor.
make any Greek food, Anto?
What?
Does she know how to make
No,
any?
my wife,
You-
she's too sophisticated.
you said she
for
can make spanakopita,
My
no?
wife, she actually does.
There we go. That's why, bro. She actually did.
He completely forgot.
Clap
Ooh.
this. Actually, she
I'll
can make.
clip it,
She
Anto.
can make spanakopita better than Greeks.
Oh, let's not get crazy.
You let's not get
Let's
crazy.
get crazy.
This is a challenge. Actually, I want
Needs
you
to be
to
a
cut the
taste
clip
test.
over here.
Okay.
And actually, she can do it live in front of everybody.
I'm gonna ask my mom about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
ask your mom.
They're probably gonna tell me not to talk to you guys again. You guys are crazy. That's what she's gonna say.
No, my wife, I'm telling you, not because she's my wife. She knows how to do it. She knows how to do it very well.
That's
and
good,
it tastes
nice.
much better than the stuff that I buy at the Greek festival
Yeah, because
over
you
there.
don't. Yeah, but you don't go to the. That's,
You don't do-
the
you don't go-
That's Americans. That's why.
What's Americans?
We'll say after stream. I can't.
So
say
you're
on the
telling
stream.
me that the Greek festival, the spanakopita that we get, what do they call it? The spanakopita, the bugats that we get over there. At the,
All I'm saying, the place we don't go to any place together.
You gotta go to the place.
The homemade-
place,
it's a
not
homemade
any
place.
place.
Gotta go to the home.
Yeah.
My wife, she makes it homemade. She doesn't buy it. She makes it. My wife,
Yeah,
she
but the
makes it.
ingredients are extremely difficult if
We
you,
get-
if you get them store bought and stuff. By
Oh, yeah?
Where you get your spinach from?
I know.
You get
Why
your
you?
spinach
Mike,
from fucking-
What does it
No.
take?
Where do you get the
You're gonna
spinach
grow
from
it in your
Greece?
own backyard.
Mike, you get the spinach from Greece?
But I'm saying there's Greek products and there's you go to imported stores, of course.
That's what we do on Fifth Avenue. We go to
well-
Fifth Avenue and 82nd Street or something.
Okay,
No,
so we'll do a show off.
we're gonna
We'll
show
do a
off.
taste
We'll
test,
do a
blind
show
taste
off.
test.
There you go.
Annie, you got a challenge, okay? You
I'll
the-
clip this for you, okay?
You clip it for me. Okay, good.
So final say on Roma and Inter for you guys to finish it off.
Well, the game was over after 55 minutes, maybe even after 45 minutes. Inter showed their dominating performance, and they show that they have everything it takes to win this campionato. This was a big test, and they far beat my
Yeah.
expectations. I thought it was going to be a lot tougher
Same
than
thing.
what we were
No,
expecting.
they
I'm
did.
sorry
Inter
to
did
say.
very well. Inter did very well.
And now,
No,
Oh,
Nobody
boy!
said
We're not doing
anything.
anything.
We didn't say anything.
I see you guys nod each other's head. And
Listen,
He's looking over his
do
shoulder.
I
still.
have
He's
to
still
agree with
scared.
Peter? Unfortunately, yes. The game never was in play for Roma
Yeah.
because
Inter was control.
Yeah, they
Long time.
dominated
I,
the game.
I saw it for the first 15 seconds. I said, "Oh boy, look at this stuff here." Just
I mean, not 15. Let's not get crazy.
this Mourinho does not cut the
15
masters.
minutes, maybe.
Please, I will just eat somebody with a baseball bat. With a baseball bat.
Me.
If
Eats.
somebody's starting,
A bunt.
starting
Oh,
to
I thought he said
a bunk,
Bun cake.
Bunt.
the bunk cake.
bunt.
Okay, so
Okay,
guys,
go.
I'm gonna just hit anybody with a baseball bat if somebody keeps saying that this special one.
Or bat or
He's
bunt?
saying
Bat,
bat, like as in
bat.
baseball
Bat.
bat, not bunt.
Okay, so
Like
don't
the animal.
don't talk to me about the special one because there is nothing special about this guy here. Okay, Nothing.
Yeah. So, guys, all the pressure is on Milan tomorrow versus Lazio. A lot of pressure, especially when you got a player like Ciro Immobile.
Are we streaming the game, by the way, Mike?
I got, we'll see. We'll see.
At what time is the game? 2:30, 2:45?
2:45.
Okay,
We'll
so guys,
prediction for that one?
Oh, it's Greek Easter.
Prediction for that one?
I would say AC Milan is going to take 2-0.
You think they'll step up to the plate for this one?
Yeah, I think they will.
That's a tough
Tie.
one. Oh!
I'm surprised he didn't say loss.
No, tie.
This is an extremely tough one. I don't even know what... Sebastian, what are you thinking?
I say it's going to be a very close game. I think it's going to be a 1-0 win for us. I would like to say for Milan.
I don't even know what to say. I'm pickled on this one because when Lazio turn up, man, those guys...
I heard there's a lot of people missing on Lazio too. I was reading on the plane that Lazio's got a lot of people decimated because
they got a couple players I think out.
Player influenza. There are several.
All right, look at this. Look at this passing. So it's one touch.
This is a nice sequence.
Touch. Touch.
Boom.
All first time.
Look how far off was this guy. It was Mancini. This guy.
Zalewski.
My God.
Yeah, because Zalewski had the track back, but then at that point, Dumfries already crossed over the middle.
On the midfield,
like
Zalewski, instead of closing down on Dumfries, he steps
this
the
is
other
still
way
a hell
around.
of a goal.
Smalling slips over here, so he can't
cover
double team.
You can't block
Brozovic, and then here, I don't know what the hell happened.
That just
both collisions happened together.
Mancini. I like Mancini the way he was playing for the Italian national team, but I don't know.
There's no injuries on for Lazio.
Huh?
There is
no injuries. No.
I thought they had.
Well, they said that Luis Alberto Milinkovic is not going to be part of the game and all that
No,
stuff.
they're both
all
there.
there.
Oh, wow.
Strakosha, Lazzari.
Marusic isn't playing. He's playing
Felipe,
Lazzari.
Luis Felipe, Acerbi, Husai, Savic, Leva, Alberto, Felipe Anderson, Zaccagni.
So
and
they have the whole
Immobile.
team.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what the hell they were? I was reading on yesterday. Maybe it was the plane.
There's nobody disqualified, nothing like that.
No, yeah.
If anything, Milan has a lot more lacking than they would.
I mean, but Milan still have the probables for Milan: Magnan, Calabria, Kalulu, Tomori, Teo, Kessier, Tonali, Messias, Brahim, Leao, and Giroud.
So that is different. They're not playing with Benacer to start, though.
That's true.
That's a different setup there. So they're gonna have.
They're starting Diaz.
So they're starting Diaz
trequartista
invece di Kessi.
No, well.
But I don't like that though.
But they usually switch. It's never.
Well, technically, you know why? You know why? Because we do not rate the playmaker of Lazio like somebody that is very important. The only one that we have to take care of it is Luis Alberto and Milenkovic. Those are the only two. Immobile is very easily it can be eliminated by either Kalulu or...
He's been scoring still
Yeah,
consistently.
but,
You think you can keep him quiet?
I hope
Yeah,
so.
we'll keep him quiet tomorrow.
It's interesting. He's hot and cold sometimes.
Right.
It's gonna be interesting to see how he is tomorrow, especially with Milan having the pressure to win this game to go back on top.
Well, so if that's the case, Mike, that means we're gonna be trying to attack the game and be very offensive. So we're not gonna be trying to get Immobile a lot of playing time on top of there. So we're gonna try to shorten the field and make Immobile really struggle because Immobile doesn't have the speed that we have that Kalulu and Tomori they have. So
it's really going to depend on if Tomori and Kalulu can really do a good job in locking them down.
Yeah, but I'm happy to see Calabria and Teo. Those are the two wings that we have that they're going to cross the ball into the middle.
But as of late, Teo hasn't really been performing as he's been before.
He's been sloppy
lately.
Yeah.
He needs to be able to pick it up and really kind
You know
of
why?
put
Because he's cutting to the middle. I want him to come down from the side
yeah,
and
but
then
you have
cross.
Leao on the
come
side.
in.
Why are you going to have him?
Yeah,
go
but
through there?
they have to overlap each other. When Teo is going down, then Leao comes in.
Yeah, but the problem is with Leao sometimes is that I feel like when there's that overlap, he doesn't sync well with that. He's either all or nothing going in on the wing
You're
himself.
right. Leao has been a little disappointing.
He
to
has.
me.
He's been
very
a little-
disappointing.
I mean, I think Teo overdoes a lot of things sometimes.
He
Instead of passing the ball, he just tries to beat his man and tries to beat three. I was like,
But one thing
he tries to be the hero too much.
One thing that's good that he does that is that he draws a lot of fouls and gives us a lot of other opportunities with whatever free kick, whatever
That's
the case
true.
may be. He makes a lot of big opportunities
I get
for us
that, I
to
get
push
that.
through like
That's
that.
true.
Maybe Diaz is gonna break through tomorrow or Junior Messias.
I hope
think
so.
either one
of the
those
two of them has to.
But guys, till next time, thanks for everyone joining. Pete, congrats on this big win, and now you're gonna be watching, relaxing, watching,
Yes.
and hoping probably Lazio to take some points against your rivals, right?
So, P, why you congratulating P? He didn't win the game. Inter won the game.
Well, that's his team that he supports, so So there it is. Anto, say bye to everyone from the Barres dialect, and
Should
we'll
I
see
say
you guys.
goodbye
next-
in
Shimane,
Barres?
shimane.
Okay. First of all,
Let's
it's not
We're getting technical.
whatever Pete said.
Wow.
Or a pichla luch primka zastud.
Wow,
Okay?
that sounds like
So-
an alien language.
So, but guys, just
All
thank
the
you for
dialects,
watching us. Thank you for watching us. Don't forget to join Cassano on Deralalans. Deralalans is where they have all the fresh seafood, the raw seafood, the sea urchin, octopus, cuttlefish, everything. The cuttlefish raw is called allievi.
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 There's a G in there, right?
No G. Allievi with a V.
Allievi.
ALLIEVI because it's plural. Those are cuttlefish, all tenderized. That if you eat them raw, they're so good. You need to come and eat them.
We'll do
Network.
this.
So,
We'll do
Just say goodbye. Let's go.
State buona.
Ciao, guys. We'll see you next time.